just like a lot of these niggas on the internet. But it's
What's
just
going
like,
on, fellas?
What's going
what's going
on?
on, Julius?
How you
How
doing,
you doing,
Julius?
brother?
Yes, sir.
What
Doing
up?
good.
I
Ain't
was just saying, and it's just it's sad. Like I can only hold you to your word and your actions. So if you don't do anything or say anything that's incriminating to you, if you don't want to fight nobody, just say I don't want to fight nobody. Don't act like you want to fight this guy and this guy and this guy, and then you pulling a mental health Ryan Garcia. You're making up a fake Pacquiao fight. If you want to fight some bums because you know you get guaranteed money for it, just fight some fucking bums. That's it. I'm tired of being jerked around by boxing when I want to see great fights, when I want to see the best fight the best, and all these politics and these pussy ass fanboys playing protection squad and security guards. And it's like, you don't want your fighter to lose, just say that.
Hey,
If you feel like your fighter will get beat by this
you
fighter,
right,
just say that.
bro. You right, brother. I gotta agree with you 100%. But what I think is boxing give people the avenue. Boxing is the one sport that gives people the avenue to be able to not fight the best. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many different boxes, and it's not like it's a league or it's in continuous tournaments go on. And another thing too that messes it up is the fans. The fans act like a loss is a death sentence to most fighters. And I think once fighters start to realize that a loss is not a death sentence, I mean, there was a time that you could be considered a great fighter with two, three, four, five, six losses. I mean, if we look at some of the greats of the past, I mean, from Duran to Hearns to even Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard was great, but people forget, or it might not even, some of us weren't born, but he had a loss in his first 22, 23 fights. You know, Bernard Hopkins lost his pro debut. You know, Marquez lost. We could go to all these great fighters that lost early in their career. A loss is not a death sentence. And until these fighters realize that a loss isn't the worst thing in the world, we'll get these fights, man.
Of course, Julius, I agree with you 100%. But a lot of it's not just the fighters, it's the fans. Like you
Yeah, that's
said,
why I said the fans. Yeah, I agree.
I don't hold a loss to no against nobody unless they're being propped up to be something they're not. Like you can't lose to a fucking Uber driving beer stealing motherfucker and be considered this god compared to Ali in your first 16 fights. And you
Oh
shouldn't be
hell
That
getting
no!
sounds.
taxes like
You
that.
talking about Lomachenko, right?
Not
Yeah, I'm
not
talking
a
about
Kuna
Lil Mo.
Matata over here. Jesus Christ!
Right. So, my God, man.
Watching
Hey,
I'm,
Macabooty.
hey, to switch the
I'm
subject real
feeling like
quick.
he was gonna
Hey, I
die.
heard that fight. That fight's not even signed. That fight's not even signed, bro.
What you mean?
They said that fight is not a done deal.
Well,
Oh
don't he
yeah,
gotta
they
fight
talking about
somebody
light
first?
heavyweight. Now. Yeah, he has that dude has a mandatory, but
The
it's
coup.
but now they're talking about Canelo came out and said, well, Eddie Reynoso actually made the deal with the WBC and not me. I really wanted to go to light heavyweight. I'm like, nigga, Eddie Reynoso is not the franchise championship. You are. He can't be your legal representative without your fucking permission. Stop bullshitting. Stop fucking with
Absolutely.
me.
And it's just like
Absolutely.
Eddie Reynoso said that he only he what did he say? He said something about how he doesn't have anything to do with a lot of the petting situations in his camp. The fighters do that. They bring that to themselves. It's like, dude, get the fuck out of here. Like y'all know exactly what's going on in y'all camp. The moves that y'all making. Y'all are a team. Eddie Reynoso and Canelo have been a team since his pro debut, I believe. So they know what the fuck going on. That's an excuse.
Well, well, you know what Canelo got to do right now. He gotta, create some type of. Uh, he want to take our eyes off what's really going on, so that he could get a short notice fight and he could cycle off that. You know what I'm saying? Cycle off some of those PEDs. You know what I'm saying?
He don't need no drugs to beat up Macabooty.
No, no,
He
no, no.
really
Not Macaboo. Oh, Macaboo. Look, here's the thing. I wouldn't be shocked if Macaboo lost his mandatory fight. I wouldn't be
right.
shocked at that. Macaboo
Exactly.
ain't no fighter. Like, being honest, Earl Spence or one of them guys could move up and beat Macaboo. Macaboo can't fight,
Shit, Errol
man.
Spence will beat
Oh,
the shit out of
Look,
McAboo right
you
now.
you know what I say. You know what I say, Julius.
What's that?
I always bring up what Floyd said. Floyd said this guy Macaboo used to get his ass kicked in the gym, TMT gym, and then I would think about when they say, "Man, I didn't see Tank knock out heavyweights in sparring," and I'll say
Yeah,
to myself, "Who fits that profile?"
Macaboo.
Macaboo. That could
Yeah,
be him. The nigga who got his ass. I mean, cause dude, I'm just saying, ain't no telling, dude. Not saying that what I'm saying is 100% true, but if I was a guessing man, I would guess that's probably the guy.
Macaboo, yeah, I wouldn't put it past him. He got knocked out in sparring by Tank.
I wouldn't put
Man,
it past him. And also, you see how violent that Bello knocked him out. Normally, when guys get violently knocked out like that, they don't never be the same. And then this guy got violently knocked out before, so he's been violently knocked out twice. He has no chin. I mean, if Usyk and all them guys had still been at the cruiserweight division and not move up after that tournament, we wouldn't even be talking about this guy. He would be unknown.
Why you
But
think he ain't unified? Because all the other champs will whoop on his ass.
nah,
yeah,
that's not true. I don't. I favor him if he fights
Man,
the
Polo, come
WWE
on,
champion.
man.
Man,
Who
he
do you
talking
favor?
about
Who do you favor him to beat?
Usyk and what's that Russian dude are the only ones that moved out. Everybody else that was in that tournament is what are you talking about, bro? Like
Who do you
that
favor? Who do you favor
like
him to
like
beat?
who? Like who? Brent.
Bradis is still there. The dude that
Second,
Lawrence
but
Osoli
did he
was
fight
in the
any of those
tournament.
guys? But did he
Bradis
fight
was
any other guys you talking about?
They all beat
That's
his ass. They
nah,
all
that's the
beat his ass.
WBA champion. I favor him. Nah, I think
oh,
he
none
has a
of them.
chance against everybody. The hardest fight would be Bradis. I'm telling you, all right, keep like if it was that easy, we would see Charlo, we would see Benavides go up there. But I mean,
But they
that
Why
don't
was
do they
want to
have?
go
Why
up
would they
to.
go up? Why would they
Breeders,
But
go up there just for?
we would see Charlo go to super
And
middleweight
why
and
do y'all? And
fight
why do y'all
Benavides.
say this? Like, oh, if it was so
We would see
easy,
but we're
Benavides go
talking.
against.
if it was so easy, then
It's not
Canelo,
a.
then Charlo, then Andrade, then Earl Spence, then Terrence Crawford, then all these guys would move up. What do they have to move up
why would they
that
move
much
up
for?
200 pounds though? I'm just
As,
wondering. Why
as
would they
long
move
He
as
up
wants to
200
collect,
pounds?
bro. He's trying to be a 5-time division. He's trying to collect, bro.
we're not talking.
No,
We're not
it's
talking about if what Canelo's doing is right. We're simply
bro.
trying to
Like,
say who is
yeah,
favored over fucking Macaboo. Who is he favored to beat?
he can
Right.
beat the WBA champion. I favor him against the what's his name, the French dude. He can beat the regular champion as well. I think the who's the Lawrence Akali versus him would be an even fight. The only one that I know that would probably beat him is the IBF champion, the Brady's dude. But like I said, Canelo's gonna collect that belt if he wins, and then he's gonna go to light heavyweight. Like I said, he's
You
Hey,
know
trying to
what's
get that
crazy
belt.
though?
hey,
You know what's crazy? I
I
saw.
don't know you, my man. The dude that's talking. I wanted to make a comment to you, bro. And I'm gonna be honest. I have said this to Art Man. I said it to D Hive, Allen, all these guys before. To me, titles and going up. Look, man, throughout boxing, a lot of guys could have easily moved up one or two weight classes and cherry picked champions. I mean, believe it or not, there's some
I mean, but it's
122 guys that could probably
but it's that risk, though, bro.
just
It's the
saying.
risk, the weight,
But
you might
hold
be at
on
a
a second,
disadvantage.
bro. But see,
Look at
that's the
Pacquiao fought
disconnect.
Margarito. When
Let me,
Pacquiao
I
fought
got you.
Margarito, he was at a disadvantage.
Hey,
I'm just
let
saying.
me,
All
let
right,
me
go ahead,
finish.
bro.
Let me finish my comment, bro. All I'm saying is this. That's the disconnect we got with the fans because to me, I want to see best matchups. To me,
Right.
Canelo versus Charlo, Canelo versus Boo Boo, Canelo versus Benavides, Canelo versus Beterbiev, Bivol. Those are better matchups. But like I say,
Right.
man, if David Benavides wanted to go up the cruiserweight and fight that guy, he would go up the cruiserweight and beat that guy. I don't want to see fighters cherry pick champions
Man,
just to
like I
say they
said,
are
bro,
champions.
easier said than done, bro. Easier
As
said
long
than
as
done.
all the fighters get a 2 drug test failure allowance, then you have a point.
Oh, yep.
Because there's a difference between Canelo. I feel like that first fight and then Canelo after that first Triple G fight. There's a clear difference in not only his physique, his power, his endurance, all that. So there is it's just probably where you can see the computer off, making improvements in that.
But
And not only that, it's also that why do they have to move up 5 weight classes to prove that they're great? You can do that in the stacked division like middleweight. The glory weights are 147, 160, heavyweight.
That's right.
What else?
I got
135.
175.
Yeah,
175. I
175.
think
You can, and
162
all
is
those
just
guys could fight, and you can make history in those divisions in and of themselves. Who's that?
yo. But like I was saying that, like I
Who?
would
But
love
hold
to
up,
see a
Polo. I'm not
Charlo
finished.
fight.
I'm not finished.
All right,
I'm not finished.
go ahead, bro.
You can go. You can go in those weight divisions, and you can fight in those weight divisions in those glory weights, and just fight in those weight divisions and make that history. Canelo fighting Charlo and Andrade in that period where he's at 154, 160 is infinitely better than going up to cruiserweight and fighting fucking Makabuti for what?
Yeah.
And then he'll drop that belt, go back down, and probably the light heavyweight, and then fight Archie Better be able to Bibble or fight somebody else. That's not legacy. I can't take away Canelo's accomplishments. I've never done that. I just wanted to see Canelo fight the dudes that I wanted to see him fight, and that a lot of my brothers and a lot of people wanted to see him fight. But everybody else has to fight people that, we the quote unquote want to see him fight, except certain fighters. Lomachenko didn't have to fight Devin Haney. Canelo didn't have to fight Charlo and Andrade. But Earl Spence had to fight fucking
Yeah.
But
Like I said, bro, Charlo
you know?
can go off. Like I said, I want to see the fight, but I already know the excuses that's gonna come down when he beats Charlo.
Well, that's not
he had
what
too
I'm
much
talking
weight.
about. That's
He had
not what
too
I'm
much
talking about.
weight. He had too much weight.
I mean, that's not Polo.
Like
That's
when
not what I'm
our
talking
man
about,
beat
though.
Caleb Plant. When our man beat, he said that he was gonna duck Caleb Plant. What ended up happening? Last time I checked, somebody got knocked out and stopped. Like he said that he was gonna duck Plant because that style. He went in there and beat him. I'm just saying this.
Well, he delayed the
But
fight.
this is
He
when
delayed the
that's
fight
what
for
I'm
an
saying.
He still
8-week
beat him.
period, which is weird.
Bro,
Hold
but he
up,
still, like
hold
I
up.
said, bro, he beat him. He beat him.
Yeah, I
That's what I'm
understand.
saying.
I understand that Canelo. I
seeing
understand
Charlo.
that Canelo is successful, but you're not taking into account conditions. Again, as long as everyone else has a 2 drug test allowance failure, then cool. So if someone pops dirty, fights Canelo, and beats the living shit out of him, I don't want to hear anything about any excuses. Cool?
Yeah, cool. Like I
And
said,
that's
same
not even
when
what
he
I
beat
was
Okay,
Charlo
saying,
and
good.
all
though.
them. I
Let
don't
me
want to hear.
hold
Yeah,
up.
like I said, bro.
Let me get my point across. Hold up. Let me
Like I
finish my
said, bro.
point. I wasn't. Hold up.
Go ahead,
Hold
bro.
up. Hold up. I wasn't finished. And that's not what I was talking about. I'm not talking about now. I was talking about in that period where we really wanted those fights. And he was at 160. He was at 154. But everybody else got to fight everybody else. Wilder and Joshua had to fight. That's the fight I wanted to see. For Bud and Spence got to fight. That's the fight I want to see. Charles and Andrade got to
Yeah.
fight. That's the fight I want to see. Devin Haney and Tank got to fight. That's
Yeah.
the fight I want to see.
Bro,
All these other guys got to
hell
fight
yeah.
everybody, but all these certain fighters don't got to do nothing. And they're
Like I
not
said, bro, we can still get
and
the
people will
Charlo
make
fight.
excuses
Like,
but hey, I'm not finished. People will make excuses that, oh well, he's done so much. What else does he have to prove? And blah 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 blah. If he don't have nothing to prove, then he needs to fucking retire. Get out of the sport.
that's facts, bro. Like I like, but I said what I would like to try to do is go up to Superman and win at least 2 fights. So his third fight
And
can
that's
be
not
Canelo.
good.
Because like I said, bro,
If
I don't. Like I
Charlo,
said,
if
bro, I don't
Charlo
want to hear
moves
the
up to
excuses, bro.
168 and he gets his fights, and I feel like and he gets his 10 outs or whatever the fuck he's gonna do, I can't take that away from Canelo. It might not be what I wanted it to be, unless it's some suspect stuff
So
in
wait,
that
wait,
fight
they're
where I'm
both.
like in that.
Yeah, that is
Well,
true. That is true. But they're the
If
same
it's not
age,
no
bro.
suspect, I know, but listen to what I'm saying. Unless there's some suspect stuff in that fight where I'm looking at it with my own eyes and I see, man, something ain't right about this. The Canelo will get his props. I gave him the props for Plant because Plant was probably one of his best wins in years, if I'm going to be real. An undefeated champion in his prime. Well, in my
I want
opinion,
to see
he's
this
getting a
Charlo
box,
fight. Like I said, bro,
but that
anybody
result
that
was the
wants to
result.
bet,
Yeah, but
from start to
You gotta
four
give
years
Canelo
ago,
props.
4 years
You
ago,
gotta
when the
give
fight was actually 50-50, it was Charlo doesn't deserve it. He needs to fight somebody. Da, 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 da. Now that he's had like 6 fights above 160, gone all the way to fucking light heavyweight, failed to a drug test. Oh yeah, Charlo can get the fight now. Yeah, now that the conditions
like I
are
said, bro.
completely
Like I
different.
said, bro. When they
and
make
it's
the
not
fight, we can bet the high. We can bet big money. Like I said, drop the cash.
Again, now that you're comfortable that he's failed 2 drug tests and has had 2 weight
Like I
classes
said,
worth of
bro,
weight advantage,
excuses.
all of a sudden it's
Yo,
yeah. Now that he's failed some drug tests, I'm absolutely okay with him fighting Charlo.
But
Let
the thing
Charlo
about
fail
it
2
is,
drug tests.
bro.
Let
Like I said, bro,
Charlo
he
fail
can.
2 drug tests, and then we can fight.
the thing about it is that I've been petitioning for these fights, and dudes they use the same excuses that I just stated. Polo, you know how many dudes that come up, and I'm not saying this is you or you associate with anybody like that, but you know how many dudes come on my inbox and harass me, blah 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 blah, because I want to see the best fight the best. It's crazy. I don't have no fear in Earl Spence fighting Terrence Crawford, Jerron Boots Ennis, anybody. I don't have no fear in
Yo,
my favorite
but I'm gonna
fighters
keep it
going up and testing
100.
against the best. You know, a lot of
Yo,
these dudes, it's a fear factor. They don't want to see their fighters lose. I'm not saying it's you,
right.
but you can't sit up here and act like motherfuckers don't make those excuses and all those
But that's every
excuses.
Spence, bro. I've seen that with Spence fights. I've seen that with Crawford. I've seen with that. That's everybody. That's a fight
But
fan,
you're
bro. That's
talking to
just
me
how.
though. You're talking to me,
No, but I'm
and
saying you talking to me
most of the
too.
people that
Like,
most
no,
of the
I've seen
people that I've
Spence fans
met,
scared. I've seen Spence. I've seen
scared of
Crawford
what?
Spence scared. I've
I don't
seen
understand. I can't.
How are
I
Spence
never
fans
personally
scared when
associated.
Spence fans want Spence to fight the most dangerous person at 147?
not all his fans, bro. But there's Spence fans that are scared that he will lose to Crawford, bro, and there's Crawford fans that are afraid that he'll lose to Spence. But I don't think that fight's gonna happen because when he beats Ugas, what's gonna happen is he's gonna have to fight what's that Russian dude's name in the Sanyonis, and when he
Stanion,
has to fight
step
Amanda.
aside.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, yeah. But he already paid them,
can I
bro.
make a
I'm telling you
comment, bro?
Go
that fight's
ahead.
not gonna happen. Go ahead, bro.
All right, I'm gonna say this. The first to cut in on the I believe Stayonis has took a step aside fee once or twice already. You
He's
know
not
that's
gonna do
free
it
money,
again.
right?
Yeah.
I'm just adding. You know that's free money, and then he already know that 100% after Bud and Earl fight, they're gonna vacate. They're not gonna fight him. So eventually, if he continues to win, he'll be the WBA champion, and then probably fight somebody like Boots Ennis or something like
Yeah, I
that.
can see that. Yeah, that's
But
what
what
I've
I
been.
was
Because
gonna
what would
say,
happen is, go ahead, bro.
yeah, what I was gonna say was on what y'all was talking about Canelo missing those guys at 54 when it was at its most, best. And you had said something about moving up. And I don't mind because I have been on record saying that I would love to see Devin Haney move up rather than wait for guys that's not gonna fight him. But there's a difference. I said guys that weren't going to fight him. Canelo Alvarez have always been a talented fighter, but
He fought,
he
and here's the
fought.
thing:
He
he
fought. But
fought Lara, and he
here
didn't.
my point on this one. He fought Trout. He fought Laura. He fought Floyd. He fought Triple G. He fought even Danny Jacobs. No, somebody I'm not very high on.
No, I
And
fuck with Jacobs, bro.
all them
Jacobs is a
fights, bro, all them fights were 50-50. You didn't know who was going to win. But now look, I admit that he fought Kovalev at the right time. I felt like he would beat Caleb Plant. But let's not act like he ain't trying to duck some smoke because Boo Boo Andre is one of those 50-50 type fights. I don't blame Canelo. If I could cherry pick 40 million fighting guys that are contenders or below contenders like Rocky
Sparring
Feldon,
partners.
Caleb, yeah, sparring partners, Caleb Smith, BJ, Billy Joe, Steroid Saunders. I mean, I just gotta say it, man. If somebody get 40 million to fight Caleb Plant or BJ Saunders, man, they hit the lottery in life. They have hit the
Facts.
lottery in life, bro.
That is
yeah.
facts.
I mean, think about that for a minute. All right, man, could you imagine that? You
And
fight
that's what I be trying to
BJ
tell
Saunders.
people too. I be like, bro, y'all don't even understand. Like, I've been saying that on my channel for the longest. That dude, other fighters look at that and be like, dude, I'm over here fighting fighters from fucking who gives a fuck a stand for fucking 60K, and these dudes fighting with skin gloves. Meanwhile, Canelo gets to fight whoever for $40 million and still be considered the best in the world.
But bro, they were champions, bro. They weren't
Nah, man,
Montiel.
come
They
on now.
weren't. They weren't.
So were
All I'm
Charlo and
saying is, dude,
Andrade,
it's
and so
already
is Devin
proven.
Who's
Haney.
that? Pull it through. They weren't
Look.
Montiel. They
It's
wasn't
already
Jason
FBI
Quilly.
documents already proves that fucking sanctioning bodies were paid off by promotional companies. It
The
happens.
IBF.
It
Where's the
happens.
IBF located? Where's the
IBF,
IBF
Bob
located?
Lee.
No, we're
Rest
talking
in
about the
peace, Bob.
WBA.
Hey Polo,
Rest in
Last time I
peace,
checked,
Bob Lee.
wasn't the
hey
IBF?
Polo,
Wasn't that the IBF?
Polo.
IBF, Bob Lee.
No, it was the
IBF
WBA that put Stan Jonas into position.
Yeah, that's true.
Polo. Can you
Nah,
hear
that
me?
was kind of. Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
There's only one reason
but-
and one
but
reason
hold
only
up.
why a
Let me
fighter
ask you a question. Hold on.
can have a title shot on their second fight, and that's money.
Hold on, Polo. I'm gonna ask you this.
Yeah,
It was
What
those two
is
gold
the
medals,
more exciting
bro.
fight?
It was those 2 gold medals. It was those 2 gold
No,
medals,
they're
bro.
gold medals. Like, and that's the
Gold
thing,
medals.
No, that shit's not easy, bro. 2 gold medals is not easy. Like you said, you can.
Getting the
When you're
first one might be an
26.
accomplishment, but getting the second one, you're a man beating up kids. Clarissa
When you're
Shields got
26,
the
against
same number of
amateurs.
gold medals, and she don't get her ass eaten on the internet
That's-
every fucking day over it.
Man, that's true, bro. That's true. Like I said, that's why a
Did
lot
y'all-
of that is
Hey, did y'all
true,
see
though.
that,
That's true. You see a lot of people-
Did y'all see that conversation on Twitter about that Sean Porter and Keith Thurman and Loma are they Hall of Famers?
That dumb shit. I stay
I
out
didn't
of
even
that.
pay that shit no mind.
Yeah, that's just dumb talk. Like,
because I'll put it to you like this, man. The way that the Hall of Fame, first of all, it's just like baseball. The Hall of Fame are voted in by writers. So whomever people like, that's who they vote in. So how did Arturo Gotti get in? He never won a big fight.
how
Got
did
beat up.
Rocky Balboa get in?
Yeah.
Beat Drago in Russia. That's an accomplishment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on fucking while he was on Peds too.
Yeah, Rocky
He
Balboa is
beat
not even a real
Ped
fucking
up,
person.
fucking roided
Yeah.
up.
Wait,
Not even a
bro,
real
hey,
person, man.
The Hall of
hey,
Fame is like the
was he really on
Oscars and like the
Peds in
pound for
movie, or
pound.
like
list.
real life, or was it just
Yeah.
a storyline?
Nah,
But I mean, but
hold on one
look,
second.
yeah.
Hold on, we all talking at the same time. We gotta figure it out. Hold on, Julius, speak your point real quick.
Yeah,
Like,
I was gonna say.
call out names and shit.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that to me, Hall of Fame, and this is the point I was making on what's the name, Canelo. Hall of Famers are made different because Roy Jones and James Toney went through 160 through 175, and they fought all top fighters, whether they was Black Americans, whether they were Mexicans, whether they were from Latin America, Europe, and I'm stuck on one thing that Canelo said. Even through the PEDs, it was just that one comment when he said about David Benavidez that I don't want to fight a fellow Mexican when David Benavidez' mother is from Honduras. And the other thing I was thinking was, could
Bro,
y'all
you gotta
imagine
say
Floyd
stuff, bro.
Mayweather?
Out of respect,
I'm just
bro, you gotta
asking,
say
could you
something like-
imagine Floyd
mean,
Mayweather
bro.
or Earl Spence or Bud saying, man, we ain't gonna fight no fellow black
Bro,
fighter?
his mom is not.
No.
Yeah, hell
Honduran.
nah,
He's
Black
more-
Power.
It's from Ecuador, but he's
Positive
more
people.
Mexican because of the dad side. That's just how Hispanic rules are. So he's
Oh,
more
okay, but
Mexican,
what you talking about?
Come on, bro,
Mexican
like-
fighters go to
He
war
is
all the
ass.
time. Look through the history of time, man. Mexican fighters try to kill Mexican fighters just like they do Puerto Ricans. You know what I'm saying?
Look at
Julio
Canelo's first 40 fights. He was over there beating up drunk dudes in Mexico to get his rep up because he didn't have an amateur career. So fuck,
Absolutely.
like, come on, man.
And he beat Chavez Jr., didn't he?
Yeah, he went all 12 with the biggest quitter in boxing. That's just funny.
And I'm just saying,
man, but come on, bro.
Chavez
That's
Jr. was
easy, bro.
born
He
in
couldn't knock him
Mexico.
out. He didn't knock him out because he had respect for Chavez. Come on now, bro.
Man,
so now you
That's
saying
an
he
extreme.
sold him?
bro.
Come on, Polo.
Wow,
That's
bro.
an
Bro.
So how can you
Canelo live in San Diego, man.
How
Canelo
can you
stay
knock
in
out
San
Jacob?
Diego. He don't mind knocking out a Mexican.
Nah, bro.
Jacobs got slept with one punch. How come he didn't knock out Jacobs? Because he had respect for Jacobs?
I mean, like I
All
said,
right,
but
then.
style match fights, bro. No, what are you talking about? Style match fights, bro. Come on, bro. He could have knocked
So
out
you're
Chavez
saying that
before.
Dmitry Pirog is better than fucking Canelo?
Well,
Honestly,
I mean, right
bro,
now
we-
in history, yeah, Canelo is better than
We
Dimitri.
you could never know because
Alright,
his
so-
career was cut short.
Yeah, that is true.
Okay, so I'm saying Dmitry
Say,
Pirog managed to
man,
kill
what
him
you
with
think?
one punch.
All right, man, what you think would have happened if Earl, Bud, Gary Russell, Devin Haney, Tank Davis all say, man, we ain't fighting no black Americans. We only gonna fight other people.
they would get shitted on for the rest of their fucking career.
Bro,
Exactly.
like, I can't even fathom that shit because that shit is just. I'm sorry, I can't even put that together because it's just. I couldn't imagine brothers sticking together like that on that type of level because that would change the game.
Absolutely.
Black people would shit on them. Black fans would
If
call
you
them
know
pussies.
it,
Yeah.
imagine throughout all the history of boxing, if black fighters said that they were fighting black fighters, you know how many classic fights that wouldn't happen?
Wouldn't have happened. Well, number one, there was a time in boxing they wouldn't have got title fights unless they fought a black guy. We all know about Black Murderers Row. That was made where guys had to fight each other 10 and 15, 20 times because no one would fight them. You know what I'm saying? We talk about the great Archie Moore and you know, and Sugar Ray Robinson and Ezra Charles. I mean, especially Ezra Charles. No one would fight him at light heavyweight, period. He had to move up to heavyweight. Jersey Joe Walcott, these guys had to, in order to get title fights, man, they had to move up to heavyweight from like welterweight and junior middleweight.
Yeah.
To fight heavyweight,
And
because no champion would fight him. And they still won belts. Like, we don't even talk about stuff like that, man. That's
Julius,
historic.
Because they want
thank
to
you, brother.
erase
For
history.
hold up, Art. Thank you, brother, for bringing that up because I don't understand how these quote unquote boxing fans like to say, "Oh, boxing isn't about race." When the Black Murderers Row exists, when everything that you just outlined is history, that's facts. They didn't like Muhammad Ali back in the day. They try to act like they loved him now. They only loved him after he stopped being able to talk.
Yep.
After he stopped being able to voice his voice, you know, his truth.
Right.
You know, they didn't. You see how they treated Joe Louis? What they did to Joe Louis? Joe Louis fought for this country.
Yeah,
He
that
was
was
doing
sad, bro. I read on
amazing things.
that. I
And
didn't.
What?
Yeah, it
What
was
they
sad.
do?
Joe
They're
Louis,
like,
he,
man. Oh, you go ahead.
The tax people got on him.
Oh
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
They denied
know,
him.
and
They
that's
denied
how
him a rightful title shot
they did not.
on multiple occasions. And let's not
he was
also
giving
forget.
his purses. He was giving his purses to like the military, if I
Yeah.
recall correctly. He
Yep.
was giving his purses to the military, and after he died
And
broke. After all he did for
and
this
when Joe
country,
Louis won fights, look, when black athletes at that time in any sport, but especially in boxing, when they won fights, I want someone to show me a time where a black athlete beat a white guy or Hispanic or anything back then, and you seen them jumping around like they would now when they win a fight. They had to just raise their hand and walk back to their corner because they could have kept their purse or anything if they gave excitement.
Yeah. And look at
they
Sonny
would have got
Liston.
killed.
They killed Sonny Liston.
Listen.
They
And then
killed
they had
him.
the nigga who killed them on the documentary.
Yep.
Damn.
Sonny Liston was straight up assassinated because of the
Assassinated.
damage that he might have done to the game.
Hmm.
They just said fuck it altogether. Like, that nigga is not fighting. Fuck it. Kill him specifically.
Right.
Yep.
Boxing is a funny game, man. Boxing is a funny racial game. And it's just so funny because that's why I don't allow those trolls, man. And that's all I'm going to use that word trolls because they try to keep a race thing. All right, I'm going to give you an example. If you want to be popular on the internet, it doesn't even have to be boxing. You got to have one thing you got to do. You got to be very proficient in either talking crap about black people, or you got to use reverse racism, and then you get a big crowd. You know what I'm saying? That MAGA talk, that thing is for real, man. That thing is for real. That's for real. Do y'all know how many MAGA fans that Jamel Charlo got? Jamil Charlo?
Well, it depends. When he sucks Canelo dick and he shits on Wilder, he gets fans. When it's time to fight Castano, them fans disappear.
Yeah.
Castaño, but for real, Castaño. I mean, shit. I don't know why, because I mean, Castaño gave him a fight, and I have a feeling they're gonna rob.
Oh,
him
no
this
doubt he
time
good.
around. Yeah, Castaño. I'm sorry, but I rewatched the fight yesterday. Yeah, he whooped his ass, bro. Like, this fight, they're gonna end up robbing him. Watch, and then
Robbing
probably gonna go
him.
to
This fight, he
middleweight.
gonna get his ass knocked the fuck
Nah,
out.
he's
bro.
getting knocked
Bro,
out.
let's bet money.
It's not gonna go the
What the
distance.
fuck?
Let's bet money then. Bro, talking shit. Let's bet money. I'm telling you, they're gonna rob Castaño. Castaño's probably gonna try to go for the KO. or he's not gonna get a decision against Charlo. That's
He
what
tried he tried to go for the KO all fight last fight and it didn't work.
Yeah, bro, he still whooped Charlo's ass. Like I'm telling you,
He
Charlo
didn't whoop Charlo's ass. He tried to flurry.
Yes,
He tried to flurry at the last 30 seconds of every round, and he didn't do enough to win the fight. By that logic, you're saying that he beat Lara. He did the same shit with Lara, and it didn't work then.
Bro, he had Charlo twerking against the ropes, bro. Like I said, we
Hey,
can bet money.
you know what that is?
from the
You know
And
what
he
that
ended up
is,
getting
Polo?
rocked
You're
himself.
suffering from the effect of where fans, they're so used to seeing black fighters do so well that if they look a little bit less than what they usually look, it's, oh my God,
Bro,
they
Crawford,
lost.
Crawford
They
even said he
lost.
lost. Bro,
Just like
bro,
Cruz. Just like
Bro,
the
Dude,
Cruz
Crawford
fight.
Crawford also said that Canelo's a duck. So do you trust
bro,
Crawford's word?
Bro, I
Do you trust Crawford's
I was
word?
going for Charlo in that fight. I wasn't going for Castaño, but then I saw that fight. I was like, nah, Castaño won, bro.
Crawford also said that Canelo's a duck. Do you trust Crawford's word?
Shit, that's his opinion, but like I
All
said,
right
bro,
then.
like
All
he
right
said it,
then.
bro. If a box, like I said, bro, a lot of people
Okay.
even said Darren Ellis, bro. They said even fans said that Charlo.
It's the
Like I
same
said,
guy,
we'll see the
bro.
rematch.
Either his word is good or it's not.
Like I said, bro, Castaño won that first fight, bro.
Okay, so
I'm
it's
telling you.
your opinion. It's Crawford's opinion and it's your opinion.
He gonna get knocked out this
All right.
next fight as well.
Yeah,
so.
he's gonna get
Nah, I
stopped.
think so,
And
bro.
again,
This, man.
he
Who
did
y'all
the
think
same.
gonna win this weekend? Do you think Ortiz can Martin beat Ortiz?
I think
No,
Martin fuck around and win this fight.
Ortiz gonna tax that ass.
And it too, man. I strangely think he can win.
He can
What if
win,
Martin
but
win
he's not
this
going
shit,
to.
bro? That shit would be crazy.
Everybody gonna shit on Wilder. Yeah.
Okay.
One of the primary reasons I don't need Ortiz to win is because if Ortiz fuck around and lose, everybody's going to use that opportunity to shit on Wilder and not even talk about Charles Martin. It's not even going to be about giving Charles Martin any credit.
Are they not going to say that Ortiz is probably 50 years old almost?
They're already saying that. So if Ortiz, so if Ortiz loses, they're just going to be like, "Oh, see, we told you Wilder wasn't shit." Yeah, exactly. Like, see, we told you he was trash. Even garbage Charles Martin beat him.
Even
That's what they're gonna say.
Even though they forget that Waylon really stopped Fury.
Oh, you mean
Oh, no
Wilder?
doubt.
Yeah.
He did.
I mean, they say that. That should have been just automatic. That cut was caused by a punch, a legal punch, and the man cut was grotesque, and he still won.
Hey, his time's coming. His time's coming.
Oh, yeah. He better stay away from Joe Joyce, man.
That's why he didn't want to fight White.
Bro, you might fight Reese or
I'm telling y'all that fight took a lot out of him, man. That's why he was considering retiring, because he knew that fight took him a lot out of him.
Yeah. Man, when Deontay Wilder hit you with them hands like that, I don't care who you are, you ain't going to be right. And, I mean, he concussed Tyson Fury in 2 out of 3 fights. He concussed. So you got to think, he better not run into no guy like Joe Joyce, somebody with heavy hands. And see, that's what's going to end up happening. If Tyson Fury continues to, play around with these heavyweights, one of them going to hit him, and people going to be so in astonishment that it was a one-punch knockout. But like in boxing, accumulation.
Because Fury was partying after that fight, and Wilder went to the hospital. I don't know if because he was out there in Vegas.
That don't mean nothing, bro.
Everybody goes to the hospital after a knockout loss, bro. Everybody.
Bro, I know, but I'm saying Wilder went to the hospital and Fury was partying. I would have.
Everybody goes to the hospital
after
a knockout loss. Fury went to the hospital.
Have you ever heard in boxing
after he fought Wallen and he won that fucking fight? That doesn't.
Right.
Your point is making sense.
Yeah, but he went to the hospital because he got. But in this fight, he didn't go to the hospital.
Hold on. So you think that Fury getting punched like that, where you could see the waves go from his forehead down to his spine to his legs? You think everything's gonna be all right with him? That's just
sooner or later. It's not like right now, but sooner or later he's gonna keep. That's what I'm saying. Like not right now, but
talking about fighting right now.
It's funny because you're talking about the hospital thing, but Mayweather, to be honest, barely didn't even really scratch Canelo's face up, and that one fight changed the entire sport of fucking boxing. So you're telling me that a single Wilder punch doesn't change the course of a man's career? Like, come on, bro.
How did that
Talking
make
about
Canelo's
the
career?
hospital, he was out partying. He went to the hospital after Fury went to the hospital
And
after fights he
also
fucking
too,
won.
bro. And also too, bro. I'm gonna give you an analogy on like drinking. Like a man can drink 20 beers.
Yep,
He can drink
That's
20
gonna
beers
fuck him up.
forever. You get what I'm saying? He can drink as long as he wants to, and then one day he started drinking, he can't drink like he used to. Same thing happened in boxing, an accumulation of punches. You start catching shots in the head, catch it in the body. You know what I'm saying? You might can handle it when you're younger, but after something traumatic like getting knocked out, you know what I'm saying? That stuff changes you, man.
Like even after Canelo beat Trout, he didn't even fucking stop Trout. Jarrett Hurd stopped Trout,
They're not
but everyone was
gonna-
saying, but
they're not
everyone
gonna
was
test
saying,
everything.
everyone was saying, oh shit, Trout's not the same. Trout's not the same. He got decision by Canelo, so he's not the same. He didn't even stop
Right.
the motherfucker.
You're right.
That's what I'm saying.
Right,
Yo,
right,
well,
right.
Caleb Plant's not gonna be the same. Callum Smith's not gonna be the same. Oh, BGS is not gonna be the same. Like, dude, like, you know what I'm saying about
He
everyone.
retired. Shit, he retired. He ain't fighting anytime soon. I mean, Kellen Smith and Plant will be fine, but I don't know about Billy Joe Sanders, bro. Yeah, no, I'm
he's
talking about
still
Billy
playing.
Joe. I remember when Artman
Yeah,
thought
Austin
Hurt could
Trout.
beat
He
Canelo.
always likes my Instagram post.
Yeah, I remember Artman thought Hurt could beat Canelo.
Who?
You said
I used to
what?
think Hurt could beat Canelo. I remember you used to think Hurt could beat Canelo, bro.
At
Who?
154, that might have been possible considering he didn't fight any of the fucking
No, he
top
said I
Sam
won.
Hurd?
except
He said I
Liam
won.
Hey,
Smith.
no, I didn't say that. You know what I used to
Yeah,
say?
you did,
You know
bro.
what I was
Bro,
saying?
don't think I
No,
remember, bro. I saw that
I didn't say
post,
that.
bro.
I didn't say that.
But I'm not gonna say. I don't want to put.
Hold on. I didn't say that. I said that Hurd had a better
Oh, you
performance
petty, bro.
against Laura than Canelo.
Childish.
That's facts. Hurd actually beat Laura.
Yeah.
Hurd beat
Florida.
Laura.
Floored him,
stopped-
put him
and
on
he
the
stopped-
floor.
Yeah, and he stopped Trout. He actually stopped Trout.
And he stopped Trout. That's crazy. That's
Absolutely.
That's that's Canelo's biggest wins, and Hurd did that shit impressively. Like he knocked down Laura and stopped Trout. And
Guess
that's like
what?
Canelo's toughest fights.
And guess what? And Hurd wasn't the same after those two fights, and he won. But look at him going to war with Laura. People be underestimating Laura, man, and it might be the
Laura
Cuban.
hit him a lot of times in that fight, dude.
Laura
I knew he
was
was gonna be
hitting
right after that
flush.
shit.
You know what I'm saying? And listen, they say that Canelo was gonna walk through. He wasn't. They say that Laura was feather fisted, but Canelo wasn't coming forward in that fight. He tried to box Laura. You know what I'm saying? Where Angulo and Hurd, they were the only guys I ever seen to put hands on Laura,
Oh, yeah.
but Laura put hands on them. Yeah.
Yep.
Them guys
smoked-
weren't the same, bro.
Laura smoked dude that just
Shit, y'all
fought
good?
fucking
Everybody
Vito
just got real
Milnicki
quiet.
with one punch.
Cornflake.
No, that wasn't him. Wait,
That
no,
wasn't the
that
same
wasn't
guy?
him, bro. That was Thomas something like on the Andrew.
Lamata, Cornflake.
Oh, Lamar.
His name Cornflake.
Not La Bomba. La Bomba. All these
Yo, we might
motherfuckers
see
are
Triple
the
G
same.
Cornflake.
Lara at middleweight. We might see him fuck around and see Triple G and Lara at middleweight.
I doubt
Laura
it.
would outbox Triple G if they
Yeah.
fought
I
tomorrow.
think so right now.
Triple G not gonna take that fight. No.
Nah, I think Triple G will knock him out.
Especially after Devinchenko just beat up on Triple G. People forget you know what I'm saying? They forget that fight. Devinchenko beat up on Triple G where folks thought it was a robbery. They thought Chenko won.
And shit, absolutely fucking
Dude, I damn near
was.
had a heart attack that day. I still remember, man. I was screaming so loud. My girl was like, "Man, what are you doing?" And I'm just like, "He's whooping Triple G ass!" Like, and then when fucking Harvey Doc saved Triple G from getting
Keep him up.
dropped,
Keep him up.
bro, I swear to God, bro, I was so mad. Like, I was ready to punch the fucking hole in the wall, bro. That's how pissed off I was. I was like, "Ain't no fucking way that he just called him from falling down."
Hey guys, let me go, man. Hey, I'll let y'all, all right?
You have a good one. Yeah, man, but I didn't want to divert it too much. But back on this Cambosis joint, I'm just trying to think because, like I said, I already knew that Cambosis and Lomachenko were gonna end up fucking fighting, so that's not a big ass thing to me.
Yeah, bro,
I'm
these
thinking of
IBF mandatory too, and the WBO,
I'm
so
appalled that
and
he
the
just lied to
WBC.
me. He's gonna lie.
yeah, but my thing is, I'm more concerned about what's gonna happen after that fight because honestly, I agree with Cambosis' team. Lomachenko is a far more winnable fight than Devin Haney. I'll say that. And honestly, I know y'all didn't believe me after the fight, but I was like, Cambosis with Lomachenko, that shit might actually not go as smooth as people think. People think, oh man, fucking Lomachenko just gonna come in there and grease his ass. And I'm like,
Yo, why were you
I,
going for Heartman? Why didn't you think that why did you think that if Cambosis beat Lopez, he was gonna go for Haney? You didn't think Lopez would go for Haney?
well, Lopez said he wasn't fighting Haney, so
When did he say that? That's what I want to know. Like I picked Cambosis to win because I saw that Lopez wasn't
But
focused. He
y'all
was
know
out
what
here doing
boxing's
extra
doing
shit.
now? Boxing is basically saying instead of letting these guys get opportunities and hopefully we don't get another Floyd Mayweather. They're just like, fuck it, we're just not going to give these guys the opportunities at all.
I don't know why they're doing that because, bro, we're never gonna have another Mayweather.
well, we'll never know.
No, I know that.
We'll never be able to know.
No, if I was Haney, bro, to be honest, because now that he signed that Australian dude, he signed Montana Love. I'll just go to 140 because eventually Love and the Australian dude is gonna get a title, and then he can just go against Haney, and Haney can be unified.
What love, and which guy?
The guy that fought on the Jake Paul undercard, he's an Australian dude, so you know Eddie Hearn's gonna put him in.
Because I know Montana Love. They're gonna position him for a title shot, and then Devin Haney could probably beat his ass.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm trying to remember the
That's gonna be a
Australian dude.
50-50. He's ranked though. Love isn't ranked though, but the other dude is ranked. I forgot what body he's ranked in, but he's ranked.
I'm trying to the Australian guy.
Leon,
You're right.
he beat the Puerto Rican dude on the Jake Paul
Oh,
card.
Liam Paro.
Yeah, he's ranked in the body, so he might get that WBO, bro.
Well, whoever. I think the
Oh
top
yeah,
rank is
he is
most
ranked in
likely.
the WBO.
Top rank
Nah,
is
bro.
most likely going to get hands on the WBO first because that's usually what they do. And I think Top Rank got a dude Arnold Barboza Jr. He's above him, so Top Rank will they'll probably make that scrap. They also have Zepeda. They also have Zepeda in line and Ramirez in line and Program in line. So Top Rank will
I
get
think
the hands on
Cepeda will
that.
get it. No, Reggie will probably go for the WBA, but I think Cepeda will get the WBC, and then we might see a. So don't sleep on Cepeda, bro. Because I think Josh Taylor, what he might do as well is he'll probably vacate a couple titles, do one more defense, and then leave to 147. I don't think he'll go to 147 right away.
I think he will because who else is down there?
Nah, I know what he's gonna do, bro. He's
It's
gonna vacate
crazy
a couple
because
titles, keep it, and then he's gonna vacate again all of them. I don't think he's gonna vacate them all at once, bro. Watch.
I think he'll vacate all at once because I
now
mean,
he's
if
going
you're
he'll vacate. He'll vacate and then he'll move up and he'll try to fight Crawford or somebody.
yeah, and also he needs to have a fight at 147 before he fights Crawford. So it wouldn't make any sense for him to delay vacating and then fight one more time at 140 and then go up to 147 and his first fight is Terrence fucking Crawford. That
Yeah,
wouldn't
that's what
make
I'm saying.
that
But here's the
wouldn't make
thing,
any
though.
sense. So
What if Crawford goes to 154? Because I'm telling you, bro, after this Spence Ugas, I have a feeling that he'll go to 154 and then Crawford go 154 and fight that Australian dude. Fuck around and he'll go to Australia. Yo,
well,
Jimmy.
Nah,
Tim Zoo is not
No, he'll
is
fight him.
not no.
You'll see Tim.
I'm saying Tim Zoo is not a factor. Like he would just go through the WBO route and petition Jermell Charlo. Like why would he waste time on Tim Zoo? Tim Zoo's not nothing. He's a contender.
No, but like whoever wins this fight, they're gonna do a defense or they'll vacate. The winner of this Castano Charlo fight, when they win, they're not gonna. They'll probably just vacate and go straight to middleweight.
Well, Jermell Charlo already said that he would offer Terrence Crawford 50-50 if he went up to challenge him through the WBO. And I think that's that's the biggest fight of Charlo's life. So I don't think he would like turn that down, even though I think he loses that fight. But also, if Terrence Crawford does that, I'm counting that as a duck because you talked a lot of shit, and now all of a sudden you're going to fucking junior middleweight. That to me looks like a big ass duck.
Hey, Midwest is in the chat.
keep him out.
Oh shit, he's sexy enough.
I'm
I
fucking
don't.
with
Well,
him.
we don't control the Midwest. You gotta. Artman gotta do that.
Yeah,
No, he's in the chat. Oh, he's not
yeah.
in
Art man
the.
gotta let you in.
Oh, so I'm
No,
watching.
he's backstage. I think you gotta
I'm
let him in.
watching.
He's backstage.
I'm watching boxing while I'm talking. I'm not looking at the damn screen.
Nah, Midwest is in here.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I'm
Midwest
saying.
should be in the backstage.
No, Midwest is on the panel. He's just not speaking.
Really?
I got this washing machine going. I don't want it to make too much
That's
noise.
the
Oh, okay.
man.
That nigga always got some shit going on.
Yo, but Artman, you want to bet on the Castaño Charlo fight, bro?
Castano getting knocked
Exactly.
out,
You think so?
Thank you, Midwest. He's getting knocked out.
Yeah, he's gonna be
What is
fine.
he
But
talking about?
Castaño
Boxing.
doesn't make any adjustments after any of his fights. He fights the same style all the time, and that's why I think it's gonna be bad for him. He makes no adjustments.
Nah, I favor him, bro. Something tells me it's gonna be another year of upsets again.
In that fight, it wasn't.
Nah.
In that fight, it wasn't like what can Castano do better. It was what did Charlo forget to do.
Yep.
Man, and
Exactly.
you, and
You gotta
Artman,
think
you
of it
saw
like
us going for
this.
Charlo. But Artman, you
That is
saw
the
us going
worst
for
we
Charlo
ever
in
saw
that fight.
Charlo fight, and that's the best we ever saw Castano fight.
Fight like that's
Yeah.
like ain't no better for Castano. That's it.
Because Castano
Hey,
was looking like
Artman,
some
Artman,
bullshit
I gotta-
against Lara.
Yeah, no, that was a close fight too. You think Castaño was? I don't know. He put the hands on Lara though.
He was getting fucking pieced up by straight lefts, jabs, and body shots the entire time,
you
which
saw
is
the
why,
Lara highlight.
which is why he
Y'all know
couldn't
what's
get
so crazy,
which is
though?
why he couldn't get a clean victory.
Bro, he got the drop.
Lord,
Y'all think
I
he's
tried
gonna
to
go
tell,
to
Lord still
prime
said
I
he
hurt?
tried to
so
tell
love
Artman
Lara
and
fight.
Midwest about the Usyk win. They were like, "Nah, Usyk is getting knocked out. Look what happened."
Well, I
That's a
said
fight.
Usyk by decision, so that's
No,
not.
but Artman had Joshua so the Midwest and said, "Nah." He's like, "No, we're gonna rob him on the cards." And look what happened.
I really thought they was gonna rob him. I knew Usyk was gonna cause some problems, but I thought they would at least rob him.
And
I
then
thought they were
Artman
gonna
was
rob
like, "Bring."
Usyk too.
And then Artman was like, "Bring it.
But
We
I
got
thought,
like, come on, Usyk, come for Wilder." I was like, "Damn, will we ever see
Okay,
that fight?"
well,
Usyk
well,
versus
before the
sometimes
Wilder?
fight, I
niggas
was
get
picking
picks
AJ to
wrong.
knock him
Like,
out, but during the fight, I thought Usyk was gonna rob him. I mean, I thought they were gonna rob Usyk. Like after as I was watching the fight.
No, but this fight, second round, I think Joshua's gonna stop
They
him.
gonna rob him this fight. They gonna rob
No,
him
they're
this
not,
fight.
bro. Stop it. He's gonna
They
stop him,
gonna
bro. Watch.
they
He's
gonna
gonna stop him,
look, it don't matter how AJ's winning this fight. It's like the heavyweight division
bro.
is dependent on it. They
literally,
rob him.
AJ
Usyk's
has
gonna get a
to
cut, and he's gonna
for
cut versus
AJ's
I
Joshua.
fucking
agree with you.
for AJ's
Joshua's
fucking
gonna stop
I
career.
him.
He
agree
has
with
to
you,
win this
Midwest.
fucking fight. He has to. It's a must win situation.
Yeah, he gotta win this fight. So
Not to mention that
regardless of how
lifetime
he
slave
win it,
contract that got him on. If this nigga lose twice back to back, ooh,
Yo,
bruh.
did you guys see that video of his Eddie Hearn's dad saying that, and Dylan White's next to him laughing? Bro, I'm surprised that didn't go like. Did you see what Eddie Hearn's dad was saying? He said that slave contract, and Dylan White was next to him laughing.
that's why I don't like Dillian White. He's just
Wait,
coon and
wait,
sucker.
wait, Dillian White said what now?
No, Eddie Hearn's dad
Dillian
was
White
like,
was
"We were
next to
slave traders."
Barry Hearn when he said that these are transatlantic slave contracts, and Dillian White was next to him laughing. Like, that
Hey,
shit was funny.
it is a fucking. I mean, it's not funny, but it is a fucking slave contract. This man has rights to your money, no matter what you do or where you go in boxing for the rest of your fucking life. And it's funny because people are like, "Oh, AJ's just rewarding his people that have made him a lot of money with loyalty." And I'm like, first of all, that's not how boxing business works. AJ has made the organization far more money than they make AJ, or else they wouldn't have a profitable business. Second off, please tell me one employer that you will sign a lifetime fucking deal with, except where whatever money you earn, they get a piece of. That's not employment, motherfucker. That's taxes.
And he brought boxing to the UK. He made boxing big in the UK again too.
Well, he made the
He
heavyweight
made it like
division.
Indian.
He
Yeah,
made
he
the
did.
heavyweight
Nah,
division big
yeah, a
in
lot of
the.
people ain't gonna like it, but he's definitely going down like an all-time great just for doing that. All three of them might go down to all-time greats just for doing that.
Well, I know Usyk. They're already putting Usyk in all-time great status for his cruiserweight run, talking about he's better than Holyfield, which he fucking isn't. But you know,
Not. He's the greatest cruiserweight, but I don't know if he beats Holyfield. But as far as he's the greatest,
Yeah, because he
cruiserweight.
went undisputed, bro, in that gold medal, and he went in unified. If he goes undisputed at heavyweight, bro, that argument's kind of like, well, he
Well,
did.
no,
it's
because-
not really debatable. He's going to go down as the greatest cruiserweight.
well, it was a
Yeah,
difference
but-
of the circumstances for Holyfield because all the sanctioning bodies weren't recognized when he was down there. So it's you have to grade it on the criteria that you're given per era. It's
And
like
not even
technically.
that, he's fought better like cruiserweights than Holyfield.
Nah, bro.
Yeah,
No,
Yes, he
bro.
did.
Come on,
man, you're
bro.
sleeping
Yes,
on the
he did.
cruiserweight division.
Fucking
Brady's.
Muhammad Qawi would fucking smash most of the competition today.
Boy, he
Nah,
would,
no, no,
bro.
no.
What? Imagine Michael Hunter versus Kwawi.
Bro, like, yeah, that's what the fuck I'm saying. Like, nah, man.
What? That should be nuts. Hey, but it is what it is, man. 15. I said, bro, 15 rounds. Can you imagine Usyk versus Holyfield in a 15 rounder cruiserweight?
Oh no.
Man.
He wouldn't be out of place though. To be honest,
That wouldn't make
these
sense,
the,
though.
the heavyweights
How
can
they,
handle it. These
how
heavyweights
would
can
the
handle
judges
50
work,
rounds.
though? Don't
Imagine
have
Errol
better-
Spence. It's only a couple. Look, this is what I said boxing should be like. I said undisputed matches, unification should be 15 rounders. Title
How
defenses
many-
should be 12 rounders. And
How many
contender
fighters
matches
do
should
you
be
know
10
that can-
rounders.
How many boxers today do you have? Did you can think of that could go 15 rounds? Like how many of
Not
those
that
boxers
many,
could
bro.
do that?
Not
I
many.
think,
think
I
a lot- I
think
think
Errol
Errol
Spence
Spence is
versus
one.
Errol Spence versus Sean Porter. I feel like that could have went 15 rounds.
It'd be a lot
Yeah,
more
those two
stoppages.
fighters
It'd
go
be a
50
lot more
rounds.
stoppages in boxing. Like a lot more
Yeah.
knockouts because
Yeah,
a lot
right.
of motherfuckers ain't going no 15.
I think
Eric Morales
I
versus
think
Barrera
Bud can
could've
go
gone on
15 rounds.
None of these heavyweights are going 15 rounds.
No, none of them are going
No,
15
they can
rounds.
barely do
No.
fucking 12.
Yeah, the only one I can think of.
I think
is
the
maybe
Charlos could
Usyk.
go 15 rounds.
I don't know.
Who else?
Fucking
I think
Jamal probably could. I don't know about
Jerron-
Jamal.
No, I feel like Jamel could. Both of them could go 15 rounds. I feel like Jerron Ennis could go 15 rounds.
Yeah,
Who else?
Crawford,
fucking-
Spence,
Yeah, I said it. Yeah, Bud, Spence,
Shakur Stevenson probably easily
Sean
can
Porter,
go 15
Shakur,
rounds.
Fulton.
yeah, Shakur Stevenson, Jerron Ennis. Yeah, Fulton.
I don't know about Fulton.
I don't know
I
about Fulton.
I don't know if
I
it's-
see his
Yeah.
last two fights. That
But
motherfucker
Fulton,
had a
no,
gas tank.
hold up. I think it was one of those coaches down in Philly said that Fulton has the best stamina out of all the Philly crop of Philly fighters. Like he has the
Yeah, but
best
look
work
at
ethic.
his
I wish I would have seen
No, he
that
keeps
against
that pace up for
Leo.
12 rounds. He keeps that pace up for 12 rounds.
He sure
he's-
did.
He's looking rather exhausted in some
Well,
sequences,
but
especially.
you're grading that on because he likes to fight in the inside, and I agree with you. I don't really like that style. I think he should mix it up.
I'm not grading it off of his fighting style. I'm grading it based on his punch volume, his punch velocity, and where he decides to throw his punches. Because it's not an insult to say that a person is trying to get a little bit of rest on the inside because he does that. But especially against Leo, there were some moments where when he was in the position where he was getting caught and stuff, he needed to take some time off to recover. It's not a bad strategy, and I'm not
I
insulting
mean,
him.
come on, D-Hive. This man's a human being. It's not like this guy's a superhero or some shit.
Exactly.
He's getting hit. But the fact that he's able to still throw punches and not be super winded where it's like, oh my God, like this guy is fucking gassed. Like, there's a big difference.
Yeah.
Look at Anthony Yard versus Kovalev. That's a guy with serious stamina issues at that time. But anyways,
Yep.
Fulton don't look like that. He didn't look like that in the Leo fight.
Toward the later rounds, especially when it came to Leo and him doing all them low blows, it was starting to get to him a little bit. I'm not saying that he lost the fight. I'm not saying he looked terrible. I'm just saying that if given 15 rounds and during the low blows that he had to go through, it might be. I don't know. There could be some trickery.
If it was 15 rounds, Lopez was gonna lose to Loma.
To Loma? Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Lopez probably would have fucked around and caught a wrong body shot and took a knee or something.
Yeah, Loma would have stopped him if it was 15 rounds.
What about imagine Triple G versus Canelo 1?
Oh shit!
I think
Canelo
Canelo would have got stopped.
Yeah, Canelo would have
stopped.
definitely got
Yeah.
stopped.
And that's crazy because we all know that, but somehow people say that's the best fighter in the entire planet.
Shit. If
Earth.
Canelo and Mayweather went 15 rounds, Canelo would have got stopped.
Canelo would have got stopped. Yep.
They probably just threw it in the towel because it's just embarrassment.
Yeah,
Not
they probably would
embarrassment.
have.
He would have been getting punished.
They probably would have just been like, Reynoso probably been like, man, cut this shit off. I ain't trying to look at this shit no more. Gotta take my baby home.
I might watch that fucking that
Oh, if Mikey Garcia
that shit
and
again.
Earl
That,
Spence
that
would have went
whole
15
all
rounds, they
access.
would have threw the towel in.
Yeah, Mikey Garcia was getting his ass taxed. That
Hey,
shit
I
was
was
horrible.
watching that ninth round. Errol Spence versus Mikey Garcia. Oh my lord.
Yeah. If Jamel Charlo versus Tony Harrison was 15, he probably would have got stopped in the first fight.
So yeah, Tony has all the skills, but a terrible gas tank.
And that chin is just consistently cracked.
Yeah.
Like it's
Man,
bad.
like, dude,
And that's
he
what
was
I hate to
beating.
see, 'cause I fuck with Tony
He was
Harrison.
kicking her ass. Tony Harrison versus her. He was kicking her ass, and then he just started getting tired, and her power.
Let off one shot and then blah,
It was over.
fucked his shit smooth up. Shit,
Isn't
if
that crazy? It's like,
if
damn,
Trout
dude.
versus Canelo had gone 15, that might have come out different.
Nah, it would have been the same result. He would have Canelo would have still won. Nah, I don't think so, bro.
It might have been close. I'm not saying that Trout would have definitely pulled it off. I'm saying it might have been closer, or it might have been closer to a draw.
Hey, I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I've never really fully watched that fight. Ever.
Really?
Never.
It's on YouTube at this point. It's like free on YouTube.
Yeah.
I think it. Yeah, I've seen it, but I've just never watched it.
He got the knockdowns are what made the difference ultimately. But yeah, Austin Trout, didn't.
He was coming from his biggest victory against Miguel Cotto, prime. Well,
prime Miguel Cotto, stop it.
No, Miguel Cotto wasn't in his prime for that.
He gave Mayweather a fucking.
That was not his prime.
No, that was prime Cotto.
Prime Cotto after how many losses in a whole career? Whole career.
Martinez, he went. Nah, Trout was putting the hands on Cotto, bro. Stop.
I think Trout probably would have won it regardless, but he had just come through wars with fucking Margarito and Pacquiao, and then he got whooped by Floyd right before that.
Nah, he didn't get whooped by Floyd. That was a good fight, bro. He
did get whooped. It was a fucking unanimous decision. He got whooped.
Bro,
what is this dude? Oh my god, what is he talking about, bro?
He got his ass whooped.
Watch the fight. Bro,
he got his ass whooped, just like Mayweather whooped Canelo's ass. It was a clean UD.
Nah, it wasn't like that, bro. Cotto gave him a fight. Cotto was winning the ending of the rounds, that was the only problem.
Oh, you mean like when Castano was flirting to try to steal the rounds? Yeah, we know that happens. But ultimately, he got a UD.
But he didn't whoop him like I said. Cotto didn't get whooped.
But even if what you're saying was accurate, he still had horrible wars with fucking Margarito twice, and Pacquiao, and then he fought Mayweather, took that L, and then he fought fucking Trout. So you're talking about
crazy,
prime?
though?
Like, nah.
Yeah, that is true though. He beat Martinez though when Martinez was.
What's crazy though?
But he's talking about prime Cotto. That's like after 3 L's. He's talking about prime Cotto. Okay.
Pacquiao, what's crazy though?
When he beat Sav Judah, Paulie Malignaggi, he beat Joshua Clottey. Yeah, that's prime. Shane Mosley, yeah, that was prime. No, he didn't fight Luis. No, it was Carlos Quintana. Yeah, he beat Carlos Quintana. Remember? Then he fought Sav Judah, Shane Mosley, Joshua Clottey, Carlos Quintana. He will probably Malignaggi. Man, how are you a Cotto fan, bro? You don't even know this. I watched those fights live, bro, back in the HBO days. Bro, I still even remember Sav.
I ain't watched none of them fights either. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you.
Yeah,
Cotto just got into the Hall of Fame, and everybody shitted on him like he didn't deserve to be there.
Cotto was just making excuses to his loss to Margarito.
Yeah, glove cheating is impossible because of the commission.
Bro, watch that fight, bro.
Don't y'all know?
Fight. He did what Fury. He was putting his weight on Cotto. He was catching out. Margarito beat his ass, bro. No, he didn't. No, with Mosley he did, but which I've heard rumors, which I'm not gonna get into why he did that with Mosley because there was money bet on him, so that's why he was trying to get that. But like I said, he did beat Cotto head.
Wait, wait, wait,
shit.
wait, wait. You
Hey,
trying to say that
hey,
Mosley didn't legitimately whoop Margarito's ass?
When did I say that, bro? Listen to what I'm saying. I said that. No, he lost. No, he lost against Mosley. Yeah, like I said, he was gonna cheat with Mosley. Yeah, that was legit. Like because they were trying to say that he did that with Cotto, which they're just trying to make excuses because he whooped Cotto. That
Yeah, the plaster wraps.
yeah, no, that was like I said with Mosley. That was that's just excuses, bro. They were trying to make because they were the biggest Puerto Rican stars at that time, and that was excuse. So
Shit.
he beat Cotto. He beat Cotto's ass, bro. Arman, if you were. Bro, Arman, back in the day, no one cared about Margarito. He beat Martinez's ass. Because there was money on him for it to win, so he was like, yeah, bro, I know the story. Bro, he beat Cotto's ass. He beat him at
So what you trying to say, Paulo? You said them cartel boys was on Margarito head?
Man, I ain't gonna say too much, bro, but I've heard rumors
Yeah,
and theories,
see, I
bro.
know it be going down. I know it should be going down, man.
Then why did he lose? Why did he lose to Cotto the second time?
Because bro, remember, did you see the Margarito versus Pacquiao fight, what he did to Margarito's eye? He was just targeting that target, and he was staying off the ropes. Margarito wasn't that big of. Watch the Paul Williams. Nah, bro, you're just trying to make excuses because Cotto's out, bro. He did.
I don't understand. First, you're saying that the cartels. Like first, you're insinuating you're insinuating that the cartels are actively playing a role in boxing. But then when we talk about the politics and potential cheating and corruption, like you just pointed out, all of a sudden we're just making excuses. Which one is it? Is boxing fucked up or is boxing not fucked up?
Bro, listen, I said that I've heard theories and rumors that Margarito, when he went against Shane Mosley, what he was trying. But with Cotto, I said he didn't cheat with Cotto. He beat Cotto fair and square, bro. Like that's just excuses that they saw. Why did they make those excuses when that fight happened? Like while they were saying that period, how come they didn't say that when he lost? He waited when the Mosley controversy came out. It's like, oh yeah, he used plasters against me and he beat me. Yeah, he cheated. Why didn't he say nothing when he beat him?
Because he didn't know shit. You don't expect motherfuckers to do some shit like that.
And people,
that's what I'm saying, bro.
And people were accusing Fury of being a glove cheat before he fought fucking Klitschko. People
fought Wilder.
Yeah, people then said that, and he also cheated, and he also cheated Christian Hammer. But it's just no one put on the gas, and no one said that people were delusional until he did it to a black person.
Yeah, I've heard stories. Like I said, what did he do with Christian Hammer? I don't really know.
Well, Christian Hammer, okay, let me tell you. With Christian Hammer, in the very beginning of the fucking fight, Tyson Fury might be the only heavyweight in history to be introduced in the ring with one fucking glove on. The reason why is because initially when they inspected his glove, the thumb was detached. I don't know if you know this, but earlier in boxing, especially like when Muhammad Ali used to be Cassius Clay, with boxing gloves, the thumb wasn't attached. Oftentimes, people would try to do this to be able to have their thumb free so they can poke people in the eye and disorient them. He was trying to compete with a glove that didn't have an attached thumb, and the referee stopped the fight, called his corner up, and said that he needs to be re-gloved. And the fight is literally available on YouTube on Queensberry's Promotions YouTube page. If you don't believe me, Tyson Fury versus Christian Hammer, they show the entire sequence. Ever since that point, Klitschko and everybody else has been on his ass about gloves, and nobody gave a fuck. But when Wilder fans raised the same fucking concerns, all of a sudden it's, well, glove cheating is impossible, and y'all just making excuses.
Cheating doesn't happen in boxing.
Cause
and
the
whole documentary comes out about how fucking Tyson Fury's advisor is a fucking billionaire drug lord and
narco terrorist.
No, does he have
terrorists?
Does he have?
That's just crazy, bro.
Nobody said anything about that though. That's crazy. Like they literally sweep that under the rug.
Does he have any criminal convictions? Motherfucker, OJ wasn't convicted for murder. How do people feel about that shit?
He's a free man, man.
All right then. Michael Jackson wasn't convicted for anything. How do people feel about that shit?
Oh,
Well,
you think Michael
hold up,
Jackson
D.
did
Michael
that?
Jackson ain't
Hold
do
up.
that stuff, man.
I don't
Come
think
on,
Michael
man.
Jackson. I don't think Michael Jackson did it either. But what's the public perception? It,
That he do.
exactly. A lot of garbage motherfuckers think that Michael Jackson did it. So you want to
Hey,
talk
we
about?
not gonna do that to the GOAT. No, we gonna take that back, man. Michael Jackson is the GOAT. I love Mike. He
I
don't do
didn't
that
say.
shit.
I didn't
I
say he
know
did
you're not saying
anything.
that, D, but it's just like, man, I don't, man, you not, they not gonna do Mike like that, man.
Bruh, they already did Mike like that. They've been shitting on him his entire fucking career. They like, they've already done him like that. I'm not saying I agree. I'm just saying you want to say, oh, well, he has no convictions, even though he's banned in multiple countries and on the no-fly list. Osama bin Laden had no official convictions, but we see the shit he was up to.
And fucking the evidence is there for Daniel Kinahan. He got away and shot up. He's banned from the U.S. There's Polo. Did you watch that documentary? I did.
Send it to me, bro. I'll watch it. I just never. I don't
I
pay
gotta find
attention.
it. I gotta
It's
find it.
so
Yeah.
crazy, bro. Like this guy had people whacked off in Spain. Like what
What
the
was it
fuck?
called? What was the
He had a
documentary called?
drive-by at a weigh-in.
At a
Do y'all know what it
weigh-in.
was called? I forgot. It was called something in boxing.
Well,
It's called
Damn.
corrupt.
there's
It's
been
just corruption in
multiple.
boxing, I think, or whatever.
There's been
Yeah.
multiple. Just look up Tyson Fury cheating on YouTube, and it's like the first thing that pops up. It's like a 40-minute fucking documentary. But even the BBC just came out with some new shit on Kinahan this year.
Damn,
Talking
he
about
got
what?
done like that. He was getting people what?
So he was at a boxing weigh-in, right? And some family, because he didn't kill like 10 of their fucking siblings. They came to the weigh-in
Wait,
dressed as like fucking security guards. These guys had AK-47s and ARs and shit. They started shooting up the weigh-in, and Daniel Kinahan, he ended up escaping by dressing up as a woman and escaping. I swear, this shit sounds like a fucking movie. So when you say, "Oh,
Wait,
hey,
is
bro,"
it called Paranormal Boxing in the Mob?
yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yo, I thought
Polo,
you were gonna say.
what's your Twitter? No, matter of
Just send
fact,
it on
I
the
just
chat.
Just put the link in the back chat. Yeah.
And then
I'll
when
put
people
the
were
link
like
in the
Tyson
back
Fury
chat.
cheated, I'm like, bro, Tyson Fury and water spiking, nigga, that is nothing compared to what this guy has done.
Man, where
Nothing.
did that rumor come that his trainer sprayed? You believe that, huh?
Hell
you
yeah, I
believe
believe
that?
that shit.
Oh
Of course
man,
I believe that shit.
that's
Mark
B. I
Breland.
believe, bro. I
Mark Breland
believe
said that he never handled Wilder's water, and he's on video handling water. Why the fuck would
Yeah,
Mark Breland lie like that?
that's why I believe it, because this is why.
For the
Look,
Mark?
at first when Wilder first said that, I said, I don't know, man. That shit kind of sounded a little shaky, bro. And then when Mark Breland started doing interviews on the enemy's platform, it's not fucking saying he didn't fucking do it. Instead, blaming JD's and saying JD's he blind as a bat, can't find nothing. Pointing the finger at other people and saying Wilder doesn't jump rope. Instead of denying the fact, the things that you're accused of, it's just crazy, man. So it makes me believe that at first, like, okay, I didn't believe it fully, but now I believe, like, man, you have some animosity built up.
See, I think y'all believe it because y'all Wilder fans. I've
Man,
never
you
had a
can believe whatever.
high.
Man,
I've never had a
bro,
high opinion of Wilder, so I don't think Fury needed to cheat to beat him.
bro. I've seen a lot of.
What the fuck are these dudes talking about? If you don't have a
Wait,
source,
wait.
You don't have to have a high opinion of someone's boxing ability to understand that there may have been foul play. For example, O'Shaquie Foster is relatively unproven at super feather. However, there were definitely issues with the skin gloves when he fought Roman, which is why the referee made him change. And another more egregious example, Michael Fox and Mastre. There was blatant corruption there, and I'm not going to say
I was at that fight. Man.
Michael Fox.
That shit was.
I don't rate Michael Fox particularly highly in I think when he fights at 154 or whatever. I don't think that he's gonna be some superstar talent, with all due respect, but that doesn't mean that I can't say that the man was done wrong.
Yeah,
that was suspect.
you acting like that's the same situation. Y'all saying Fury had to have faulty gloves.
I mean,
then
it
he
is
had
the
to have
same
egg weights
situation,
in the
damn
gloves,
near.
Then
that
he had the drunk Wilder.
Hold on,
Wilder.
dude.
I never said that he had egg weights or that
Hold on,
Fury
hold on, hold on,
personally drug
Man,
the
and
water.
then apparently they put a Rucho on Wilder.
hold on, hold on, hold on. It is the same thing, damn near, because the commission allowed the guy to go into the ring with skin fucking gloves, and yes, skin fucking gloves, where he's able to damn near have his whole fucking fist hitting his opponent. And then they asked him who signed off on these. And nobody in the commission said anything. Nobody said, oh, well, I signed off on it. Nobody said anything, bro. They're attempting to harm this dude. I'm telling you right now, if his coach did not say anything, that dude would have probably knocked out Fox and nobody would even question it because that was on a lower scale. Now, imagine something on a higher scale where the motive is just it's just right there in your face. Think about it. They're already telling you the price tag of what would happen if Fury got Wilder out of the way or Wilder got out of the way. You're looking at millions, mega millions in fucking Saudi Arabia. You're telling me a fucking billionaire, a drug lord, won't put things in position to get Wilder out of there?
Hey, Akeem,
Yo, can I say something? So
have
you
you,
think they paid
Yeah.
Mark
have you seen
and
that
Diddy
documentary that I just
cheat
put in the back chat?
and cheat out? So
Nah, I
you
ain't
think
never
they
seen it.
You need to watch
Birdman,
it.
so you think they got paid out to cheat Wilder? Like they were in it too? Like you think, is that what you think, bro?
Dude,
Keep it 100.
Polo, keep it
Yeah,
100.
I'm here, bro.
Keep it 100. When Mega Millions is evolved, do you think everything's going to be on the up and up?
What do you mean? Like everything's gonna be perfect or everything's
Do you think when $100 million is involved, do you feel like everybody's going to do square business?
nah, bro? I'm not. It's not how life works, bro.
Exactly, bro. Come on,
What
man.
comparison
In my
is this?
opinion, but like I said, like some of those excuses, like I'm not saying excuses, but some of those things are actually legit. Like I don't believe the water, but the glove tampering, like at first I
So,
believed it.
so does water tampering happen in boxing?
Not that when has there ever been a case? Like I mean, nah, maybe like in the foreign countries, yeah, but not in the
There's been plenty of
name them.
cases of people accusing Tyson Fury of actually food poisoning him. You know that, right? That's the crazy part about it because it's not like Wilder's the first person to say it. There's multiple people who said yes. Fighting Tyson Fury, I ate some food. Next thing you know it, I'm feeling funny. I'm not feeling good. I mean, dude, come on, man. There's farmers telling us that there's goons that came up to the crib and basically told him to retract his statement. Like that's some mafia shit right there. What are you talking about? Like, bro, we know this game. Come on, we live in America, bro. We know how that shit goes.
Right. Man, I'm Mexican, but I know how shit goes. Bro.
Yeah, and you Mexican, so you know how that shit goes.
Did you hear that they might actually do Reese versus Wilder in Vegas, bro?
Man,
We can bet money, bro. Like I said, bro, I don't. Your boy Carlos Negron was gonna get killed. Yeah, I wanted to see Frank Sanchez spin what's his name, but he got COVID, so yeah. But we'll see what happens.
Y'all really like Frank Sanchez?
he
Fuck
decent.
no, he don't beat fucking Wilder. Anthony Ruiz will get knocked the fuck out if old ass Areola put him on his ass. What you think Deontay Wilder's gonna do to him?
No, did you hear what I just said? I said Fury. I said Fury.
Oh, Fury.
Yeah, I said, bro, man, I don't know about that Wilder fight. Like I said, that's a 50-50 fight.
Hell no.
Nah.
I don't
He
know.
would've
That's
fought
a,
him.
like,
If Andy Ruiz started
I
to beat
think
him
Fury
earlier,
is
he
skilled
would've fought
enough to
him.
keep Andy Ruiz on the outside of his jab.
Fury
what
got
do you
that
think of
size
Reese
too.
versus Wilder? Middleweight.
I think Andy Ruiz gets like probably knocked out.
Late.
Nah,
Early.
probably like first 4 rounds.
Early.
Bro, you know what I just think of? I just think of like the punch that Fury, I mean that Wilder hit Fury with, the one where you seen the ripples go down the spine. I just think about any other heavyweight getting hit with that.
Not only is that ripple gonna
Wait,
go down their spine,
why don't you
it's
like
gonna
Frank
knock them
Sanchez,
out.
Midwest?
Yeah.
Oh, he boring to me.
Oh, that Afro-Cuban disrespect.
Yeah, they all boring to me. I ain't gonna lie.
They
Frank
always say
Sanchez.
that.
Nah, Frank Sanchez is a beast, bro. You sleeping.
Yeah, you talking about he's boring. I'm like, how? What does he do
I
that's
mean, I
boring?
ain't saying he not skilled. He just boring.
Oh yeah, Midwest. I'm on you, bro. You had him losing against a Jabba, bro. What happened?
You thought Ajagbo was gonna beat Frank Sanchez?
Yep, he did.
He's fucking
Oh,
great.
bro.
Ajagba is trash.
He's not trash, but
Ajagba
he's
is
not
Dollar
Frank
Tree
Sanchez.
Wilder, bro.
Bro, he's
Diet
not trash.
Wilder.
He's just-
Diet,
he's
not
not-
Dollar Tree. But what does Frank Sanchez do that's not entertaining? Like, is it because he doesn't one punch sleep people?
No,
nah,
just his
'cause he
whole
moved
style
a
is
lot.
boring.
I ain't gonna lie, I
I mean,
did
I'm not
fall
gonna lie,
asleep
bro,
during
it
that
is,
Frank
but-
Francis.
He'll probably
Bro,
beat
you
your
guys
boy
do
AJ ass.
He'll
No,
get
I don't
an
know.
AJ ass.
Ooh.
Nah, I don't know. I don't think so. Like he
Nah,
boring to
he'll-
me. Like, it is not even just him. I think Fury's boring too.
Yo, Frank Sanchez versus Wilder.
That's a more 50-50 type situation.
Nah, bro,
That
when
fight
if
is
Wilder and
boring.
Reese, bro, if Wilder and Reese ever gets married, bro, let's make bets, bro. Since you guys back, I'm telling you, he's not gonna knock him out. It's gonna be a 50-50 fight. I'm telling
He's
you.
gonna
gonna-
get knocked the fuck
You think
out.
that
bro,
Ruiz and Wilder's gonna be
Punch that
competitive?
Wilder lands that hurts
Yeah,
Andy
bro.
Ruiz. Andy
Bro,
Ruiz
like I
is gonna
said,
get
bro.
slept.
Areola dropped him with one punch, bruh.
I don't see
Bro,
Wilder
he-
fighting again.
Oh, you
He's
think he's
retired?
finished?
Yeah, I think he just might retire.
Well,
There's no reason to.
Wilder hasn't said that publicly, but you know, it just depends on what he's doing. He hasn't said if he's like coming back definitively or not. Like he said that at first he said he wasn't done, then he said he was contemplating retirement. I hope he gets some more action, but you know, like I said, the sport doesn't deserve him because he's not appreciated. Honestly, the sport deserves motherfuckers like Frank Sanchez because y'all talk all kinds of shit about how boxing ability and Wilder is just one right hand. Okay, well then have all the
Facts.
boxing ability, y'all want, and watch a bunch of 12 rounders and go to fucking sleep because y'all talk too much shit and the man quit because y'all didn't appreciate him.
They
Go
gonna be like,
ahead.
man, where's Wilder?
If these Wilder got KO, fucking AJ over here getting beat the fuck up by cruiserweights and motherfuckers who eat tacos in the waiting room and shit. So like coming down eating pizza and all that shit.
Yo, keep it 100 though. Joshua does got a better resume than Wilder though, bro. You gotta admit
Gives
it,
a fuck.
You-
They need to
No,
bro. Yes,
care.
And-
Midwest,
and the-
tell him.
no, and the reason why that is
They
because
know. They
Wilder.
know this.
No,
Bro,
Wilder
that's the
fought
only
Fury.
thing.
Wilder fought Fury 3 times. AJ won't have a better
Yeah,
resume until he fights Fury once.
bro.
No,
I don't know about
that-
that.
no,
man. Like
no.
I said, bro.
He will.
I don't know.
He already has a better one.
Who
Fury
I'm
and
gonna take it even
Ortiz. Fury and
further.
Ortiz.
Dillian White has a better resume.
Hogan is better than
No.
bro. Ortiz.
Get out of
Nope.
here, bro.
Bro.
Come on,
Until
man.
these
Dillian
people
White-
fight Tyson Fury, they do not have a better resume than Deontay Wilder, or until they
Facts.
beat fucking Ortiz. These are just the
So
facts.
when do we start
Nah, but
counting
Ortiz
losses
didn't
as a
want to
good
fight.
resume?
Bro, Ortiz didn't want to fight.
But you're
Joshua.
counting
That
you're
was
counting Dillian White's losses on his fucking resume.
No, I'm counting his wins. When do we start counting
What? Because you got
losses as a
wins
good
over
resume?
fucking Hellenius and Parker.
Povetkin, Revis?
Povetkin after getting brutally one punch slaughtered. And
He
Oscar
should be
Rivas,
old-
Oscar Rivas, the
old
Bridgerweight champ.
Povetkin with COVID.
No,
He should beat
Povetkin
him.
was actually, bro.
No,
Listen, wasn't
AJ's
Ortiz
only
supposed to fight
marquee win is
Joshua?
the old ass Klitschko that got knocked out by 3 bums, decision by Tyson Fury, and was damn near 40 years fucking old. All right, he was the same age as Luis Ortiz, and these
Bro,
people
who
didn't
did
want
he
to
get
fight Luis
knocked out,
Ortiz.
bro? Who did he get knocked out
Who
by?
didn't want to fight him? I hate when y'all say that, but never name who didn't want to fight him.
AJ,
Who ducked Ortiz? Nobody ducked
AJ,
AJ,
Dillian
Bro,
White.
crazy.
Nah,
The only reason that rumor gets started.
Ortiz
The only
was
reason
supposed
that
to fight
rumor got
Joshua
started
after
about
Bailey-
Ortiz getting ducked is because Wilder didn't want to fight him. That's the only reason that rumor got started.
No,
Nobody
I'm
ducked
talking.
Ortiz.
I'm talking. No, this happened. The ducking also happened after Wilder had fought him twice because Dillian White had the option to not fight fucking Povetkin, and it was sort of like the same situation where Andy Ruiz was trying to figure out if he wanted to fight fucking Charles Martin or Luis Ortiz, and these motherfuckers ended up fighting each other.
Yo, but Ortiz was supposed to fight Joshua though. He turned the offer down, and don't forget when Big Baby tested That's when Reese came in. It was Reese Ortiz, and Reese took the opportunity. Ortiz didn't. Remember that Midwest?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who ducked him?
Yeah, that is true. I
Nobody
mean,
ducked this
Ortiz got
motherfucker.
skills, but nah, he's not that.
I just
he's a hard
named Dillian
challenge.
White.
Dylan White didn't duck him. Dylan White said we can fight in the UK. Ortiz said, "Nah, I'm gonna fight on Wilder's undercard." How is that a
I'm gonna
duck?
fight on
No,
Tate's
I'm
card.
talking.
No,
I'm talking about during the fucking Povetkin situation when it was a situation where I think this was when he was the interim before he fought Povetkin. There was a situation where Povetkin was talking about how he wasn't ready for this and that, and White and Ortiz could have been the fucking fill-in
So how does that mean he ducked him?
because
Did
you had
Ortiz
the
offer him a fight?
You had the
Did he
option.
talk to the
No,
fight?
he was offering.
Yeah.
No, he was offering to be a fill-in because Povetkin was having fucking issues. It wasn't with COVID. It was with something else. And he offered to fill in, and White was like, "Nah, I'd rather just sit back and wait on fucking old ass Povetkin because it's the easier fight."
Yo,
That's not a duck.
Ortiz didn't want to fight Joe Joyce. He said, "I'm gonna fight on Tank's undercard," and he was supposed to fight Joe Joyce, and he said, "I'm gonna fight," and he ended up fighting Joe. He fought Charles.
Like
Martin.
that's always my question. They always like he was heavily ducked. Nobody ducked him. He was supposed to fight Klitschko. He failed the drug test and got kicked out of
Yep.
boxing. He was
He got
supposed to
kicked
fight
out of
AJ.
Matchroom.
He decided not to fight AJ. He decided I'm gonna fight Wilder.
And I
He was
and I
supposed to
named
fight Ortiz.
I named White and I didn't name Joyce.
Yeah. He was supposed to fight fucking
No,
White.
that's what most
White
people
said,
say,
fight
though,
in
bro.
the UK. We can headline the UK. He said, no, I'm gonna fight on Wilder's undercard. He was supposed to fight fucking he was supposed to fight a lot of people. He's never beat anyone, so I never see why everybody was so high on him. His best win
Yeah,
is
who did he
Brandon
beat?
Jennings. Jennings.
No, it's Malik Scott, bro.
That
No,
was,
it's definitely Brian Jennings. But again, people are giving AJ and Fury credit for Klitschko that got stopped by 3 bums.
Who
So, like,
who are the 3 bums? Last time I checked, he only lost 2 in the beginning, and then he went on a tear. Like he didn't lose. Who
He went
stopped
on
him?
the tear. He went on the tear. Okay, so what's his name? Brewster, Saunders, and let me look up the third one. I know
and then
Brewster,
he didn't lose. Tyson
Saunders.
Fury beat him.
Let me see. Brewster, Corey Saunders, and then fucking Ross Purity. Yeah, I forgot those fucking 3. And then you're giving them credit for an undefeated streak, but let's look at some of the names: Williamson, Castillo, Peter, Brock, Austin, Ibrahimov,
not a big
Thompson. The most notable name on that tear is fucking Rodman, Hay, and then fucking Povetkin, Pulev. Dudes who have aged fucking horribly in the sport of boxing. So you're giving them credit for this tear, and y'all don't even know most of the fucking names here, except Rodman, Hay, and fucking Povetkin and Pulev. And
He
fucking
fought the
what,
Cuban dude.
Ma-
No, he
Ma-
fought
Marius
that one
Mark?
Cuban dude. He fought that one Tanir Solis.
Wait, which dude?
The Cuban. I mean, he was a good amateur. I don't know in the professional what ended up happening, but that was supposed to be
It
like,
was the only Cuban. The only other Cuban was Castillo.
no, it was Solis. He was supposed to be like the Frank Sanchez of that era. It aged badly.
Okay, well, yeah. Again, he got stopped by 3 bums, and he went on this tear of people that a lot of y'all really don't even know. And and the ones that are notable, they've aged terribly. So you want to talk about
Yo,
who's
I
high
know.
on people?
Yo, I did. Did you guys ever see that video where David Haye put the hands on Wilder, bro? That sparring. Yeah, he did, bro. I've never seen the vid. Like, there's only 10 seconds, but there was a video that was longer than he put the hands on Wilder, bro.
I mean, so
Bro.
did Hergovic, but what are we saying
yeah,
about that? It's fucking sparring.
I mean, but David Haye is like a great cruiserweight and shit like that, so that's why like I don't really never like discredit him for it. Yeah.
But Hergovic,
Didn't Wilder spar Klitschko? Didn't Wilder
Yeah, he
spar
got knocked
Klitschko
out.
too?
he's
Yeah, I
fucking.
heard about that.
But Hergovic got some decent shots off on Wilder as well. What does that translate to in the pros? It doesn't necessarily translate to anything. Again, I always tell people, Sean Porter beat up Usyk in the amateurs. How do y'all think that will play out in the fucking pros? Like, come on.
But ain't that the whole thing about Gary Antoine Russell? Oh, he beat Boots 3 times in the amateurs.
And I don't think that fight will go the same way in the pros.
I don't think
That's-
he could beat them top 140 dudes yet.
I think he beats up a lot of 140 guys, but I don't think he beats
Who?
Duran Ennis in the pros.
Who?
I think Antoine Russell beats Josh Taylor, Regis Prograis.
No, he
Nah, I
doesn't,
don't
bro.
think-
This
nah,
dude
I
hasn't
don't
even
know.
fought a solid opponent. Y'all be.
Bro, he's not
This is
even
what
ranked
like.
than anybody.
This is
He's
why
not even
y'all.
ranked
Listen,
than
Bruh.
man.
When
Cam
you somebody
Bosa-
get in there with you, what do you
Y'all-
expect when these dudes don't want to
Y'all be
fight?
so hyped. Y'all be so hyped on dudes who ain't did shit yet, and that's why when they get in there with top competition, they get fucking
These
slashed. Like,
and guys,
like
and guys,
who?
keep in mind, these dudes are
Name
still
one of
fucking
those
high on
guys.
Lomachenko. These guys are still high
Facts, I
on
was just
Lomachenko
gonna say
after we
Loma.
just saw this motherfucker get beat up twice in his first fucking 20 fights, and y'all still, oh, well, he's still good. We still high
Man,
on him. We can do all
but
kinds
you
of
got
stuff.
I mean, like I said, bro,
He
no,
lost
he's
to a
not trash, bro.
12L beer stealing fucking Uber driver, bro, and y'all still give him respect.
I mean, bro, he does got the best resume at 135. He's
See,
not trash,
look at the
bro.
bullshit. Look at the bullshit. He lost to
No,
garbage.
but you gotta.
Just like Klitschko lost to garbage. This is what I'm
Hey,
talking
Yeah,
when
about.
y'all
because
say, hey, hold on, quick question. When you guys say resume, right? Do you guys feel like, oh, with this resume, with these opponents, that guys like Devin Haney or whatever couldn't beat the guys that Lomachenko beat?
ugh.
Are you
don't
guys
understand what you
saying
mean.
like, okay, because he has a stacked resume, he's proven, and nobody else can beat the guys that he beat?
I
No,
think
when
the
He's
I say
hardest
that
fight he
resume,
would
stylistically
man,
have,
good.
the hardest fight he would have would be Teofimo Lopez, in my opinion. If they were to fight, I think Haney,
No,
bro,
Dude,
he's not gonna,
no,
you're
no,
judging,
come, bro.
bro.
Tiafimo
So,
gets folded by Tank and Haney,
bro,
bro. Fuck out of
no,
here,
he
bro.
was, no, he
Tank
wouldn't,
was
so
bro.
what?
No, he
So
Tank
what
wouldn't.
you
was
trying to say? George
sleeping.
Kambosos is some Greek god? He's 300.
Exactly.
Exactly, bro.
yeah, I don't know
Midwest,
what y'all talking about. But when I
Midwest,
say,
you just talked about treating certain fighters differently than other fighters, and here y'all doing it. Y'all talking about resume, and y'all talking about y'all. Oh, the people haven't even fought nobody. Y'all high on them. Y'all have seen these motherfuckers lose to absolutely nobody, and y'all still give them all the world class respect in the goddamn world over
But
fucking
let's put it
resume,
like this.
acting like they
Let's put
haven't
it
been
like
beat
this.
before.
who are we high on?
Why are y'all
Lomachenko,
if that was the
Vladimir
case, then at
Klitschko. I went
welterweight,
through Vladimir
hold
Klitschko's
up,
resume, and y'all was on hush mode because y'all didn't
and
know
at
most of those
welterweight,
motherfuckers.
Klitschko's a
Bud
legend.
hasn't been.
Klitschko's a fucking legend, bro.
Yeah,
He
he's
can
a
do
What?
that with
legend.
Tyson
Listen.
too. He can do that with any. You do it with
Listen.
Tyson. Motherfucker
Hey,
lost to what the fuck? What's up?
Midwest. So, by that logic, why are we so high on Bud at welterweight? He's fought who? Sean Porter,
Because that's
Kell
not the
Brook.
only division he's fought in.
No, just
Yeah,
that welterweight.
he's a
Just
three-time
that
division.
welterweight. No,
No,
you
look at the
said
resume. Fuck the
said look at
divisions.
the
Look at that
resume at
resume.
welterweight.
Look
This
at
is
the
what y'all are
resume.
talking about. Resumes. Look at the
I know,
resume
but
at
why would I
welterweight.
limit his resume to one division?
Because I'm talking
No,
about
no, no.
one
Look at the
division.
resume in
Look at
total.
the
Look at the
resume.
resume in total. Look, fuck the
The
divisions.
resume
Look at
in
the
total.
entire resume.
All right, Felix Diaz, good win.
George Gorkis, Gamboa, Ricky Burns.
Ricky Burns, great win.
Ricky
Yeah.
Burns is a great win.
Come on.
Oh,
Okay.
Three-time division champion, bro. Three-time.
Okay.
oh my
Great win.
God. Ricky
Ngannou,
Burns. Oh my
good
God.
win. Postal,
And
good
Dongo.
win. Yeah, y'all hate to bring up that Postal one because he ran Danny Garcia out the division.
No, Postal
Danny
is a great
Garcia
that's-
has a
win.
that's-
better resume than
Postal
that's
than
y'all
is
high.
the
Bud
single
does.
best
So.
win.
That's what y'all high on.
No,
Based on what?
Danny Garcia's resume
Postal
is
is the
better
single fucking
than
best
Bud's at
win.
140. So
Based on what?
based on his
Postal,
spot.
Postal being his best win, or the resume question?
The resume.
Again, what we're rating it off of is what those people have done. And I understand you talk about belts and all that stuff, but what is Ricky known? What is Ricky Burns known for aside from losing to fucking Crawford?
Bro, he's a three-time division champion.
He's a
No,
three-division
that's-
champion, bro.
So
like, look at his resume.
against who?
Bro, look.
So it doesn't matter.
Nah,
Yeah,
Ricky
man.
Burns, bro.
So it
he
doesn't
went
matter.
Well,
Because if that's the case,
Danny
then Wilder
Garcia was a
deserves all the
two-division
fucking respect in the world.
unified champion, but after Earl Spence beat him, he was a fucking bum.
If holding
wasn't
down a
nobody.
belt, if holding down a belt is all that matters and competition is irrelevant, the fuck we talking about resume for? Why the fuck are we on
No.
this?
What are you talking
I'm
about?
gonna say this:
Ooh,
resumes don't win fights.
I'm saying
that is my point. He's talking about, oh man, well he lost the bumps.
Yeah.
So did fucking Tyson. I mean Mike Tyson.
okay,
So did Mike
but
Tyson.
you guys are
So did
saying
Buddha.
that belts because when we talk about
So
Crawford,
did,
you guys are saying
Chavez.
that it doesn't matter. They were a 3-division champion. They held down a belt against some people. Resumes are irrelevant. So if that's the case, Wilder was holding down a belt. Why are we even discussing resumes? He has a belt. He's great already, right?
No, he was a good
No.
champion. But he doesn't have a
Was
good.
Wilder
I don't
three division
understand.
champion?
I don't. Well, he's
I'm
a
trying to
heavy.
figure out what the
He,
3 divisions he been a champion.
he's a heavyweight. Where's he gonna go? You said Klitschko is a legend, and it's like for what?
Yeah, look at all his title defenses.
Wilder has title defenses.
Not as many as
Again,
Klitschko.
too.
Did he dominate the division like Klitschko? Hell no. Did he
No.
fight like Klitschko?
He
Hell
only
no.
he only
So what the fuck
he
are we
only
comparing
lost
for?
to the number
He
one guy.
lost-
Klitschko lost to guys that we're not even talking about today.
That's like Klitschko fought everybody. The motherfucker ducked Dylan White for 3 years.
Klitschko fought everyone again. The
Who
who's who of
Dylan
who.
White?
When I was going through the resume, you guys were on hush mode. Y'all don't
Who
even
did
remember
he
these
fight?
fucking people.
That's the better
Yeah,
question.
we did. We knew.
Who didn't he fight? He fought everybody in the division except
Yeah,
his
that
brother.
is facts though. He did fight everybody that was coming up, and everybody that was alive.
Except his brother. That is the only motherfucker he didn't
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah. Okay.
You can't
Great.
fault
That,
him.
that,
You
that's
can't
that,
fault
okay.
him
That's
because what's
that,
out there. Like this
that's
is my
that.
thing. His era wasn't full of greats. I can admit to that, but he still fought them all. Wilder's division era wasn't full of greats. If he would have fought them all, I can give him that credit. Hey, they wasn't great, but he still fought the motherfuckers. You can't fault the motherfucker because who's in his weight class.
Well, if
Like,
he
who does he
retires,
Fight that man.
if he retires, you'll have an actual point. But until that time, we can't say anything. But my point is, you were talking about so are we grading off of people having belts, people going up in weight? Like, what are we grading on? Because I mentioned Ricky Burns. You couldn't tell me anybody notably beaten. You were saying because he was holding some belts down, and resume don't matter.
He's a
if you move up
three-division champion. Like my thing is, if you beat
So
somebody
do
with
resumes matter
accomplishments-
or do they not? Do resumes
They-
matter or
they-
do they not? It's one or the
It
other.
depends on what you're talking about. When I
No.
use resumes,
Resumes either
it's
matter or they
mainly-
don't.
They do matter.
Okay.
When I use resumes,
Okay, then.
it's because I'm trying to measure two fighters against each other. Okay, what have they done? Who have they fought? How would they compete against each other? It's like I can't agree with you that Gary Antoine Russell beats Josh Taylor when he hasn't done a fucking thing.
But guess what?
Neither did
Yeah,
Cambosa
that's
or
true.
any
Hold
other.
up. Resumes don't win fights.
But-
That's
but
why
bro,
we have
you
to
fought-
see these fights.
But the
Yeah,
thing
but
is,
you
do intros.
you're saying
Bro,
resumes matter, and when we talk about people like Ricky Burns, you cannot give me anything else aside from he lost to Crawford.
I never said resumes don't matter.
Okay, then. So as far as Ricky Burns goes, what is he known for aside of losing to fucking Crawford on the resume
He's a
side?
three-division champion.
No, who against who? Against who? Against who?
It don't matter. He's a three-division champion. That's not an easy
This
task.
is what I mean. Resumes matter in one sentence, and then resumes don't matter in the next sentence. That I can't.
This is
do
my
that.
question. This is my question. All right, since resumes don't matter, was Maidana beating Adrian Broner a good win for him? Since he didn't
No.
beat nobody.
I'm saying resume is the only thing that matters. You're the one saying that
did
resume
Adrian
matters
Broner
here,
beat?
but then it doesn't matter here.
Obviously, who did Adrian Broner beat?
Wasn't Adrian Broner supposed to fight Ricky Burns, but he didn't want to go to the UK?
He ducked him. He ducked him.
Bro, and you know what's funny? This dude that was an
Fuck outta here, man.
Wait, so
Yeah.
you're saying
Fuck
Adrian
outta
Broner
here.
ducked who now?
Ricky
Ricky Burns.
Get the fuck out
Adrian
of here.
Broner ducked Ricky Burns because he didn't want to get. So by that logic, didn't AJ duck Wilder by rejecting the $50 million offer?
There was no
I
offer.
remember one time.
There
bro, I
was an
remember
offer,
one
and
time.
then what was AJ turning down?
There's AJ's
There was
on
no offer.
video saying.
Okay,
no,
let me
AJ's on
post the
video.
link. Let me
Okay.
post the link in the back chat. Let me post the link in the back chat.
And Midwest.
You're gonna post
Midwest,
that link,
remember?
right, D?
Midwest.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the
AJ
back
said.
chat.
Okay,
Yo,
cool, cool,
Midwest.
cool.
Yeah. Don't interrupt. I got it.
Yeah, who calling me? Yeah, what's up?
Me, it's Polo. Yeah, remember when Crawford was ducking Broner apparently?
Right, you motherfucker talking, oh yeah, Terence Crawford ducked Broner 4 times. Bro, get off the chat. Go ahead, exit the chat, bro. The motherfuckers was in the, like division with each other for like 2 fights. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Crawford ducked Broner apparently.
Yeah, my thing is, I'm never going to say a prospect can be the champion when he hasn't proven shit. Dude
Yeah, he
hasn't
has fought a
a top
top
20.
He has
He
talent,
hasn't fought
though.
a top 20
He'll be
contender.
a world champion, but I don't think he beats Josh Taylor.
So basically,
Right, yeah.
upsets are pretty much impossible.
Yeah, but that don't mean I'm a bank on it. I'm not going to bank on the upset because I like the way the motherfucking move look against bums.
Give me 1 second. I'm getting the link right now.
So by that logic, Crawford won't be Spence.
Crawford beat Spence.
You see what I mean? Like, you see what I mean?
Fuck he doesn't.
Like literally.
No, the
Resident-
fuck he
He knocked
doesn't.
out Sean Porter. Yeah, let me see. We can just cross compare. Let me see.
Accolades, yeah, thanks, Card.
He knocked out
accolades.
Sean Porter.
Bud got
Spence went
pound for
12
pound
rounds for
hands,
Sean
pound
Porter.
for pound feet. Guess what? Who was the better? Who fought the better version of Sean Porter? Who fought the better version of Kell
Neither.
Brook?
Kell Brook.
Kell Brook.
Kell
Oh
Brook
yeah,
fought
Kell
the better
Brook.
version.
Yeah, he. That's fact.
Who fought the better version of Sean Porter and Kell Brook?
Kell Brook.
Earl Spence or Bud Crawford?
Kell Brook.
They fought the same Sean Porter.
So that means that
They
Terrence
did
Crawford
not fight
probably
the
fought the
same
worst
Sean Porter.
version of
One,
Sean
Yeah, he
Sean
did.
Porter had a belt when Earl Spence fought him. Two, Sean Porter was on his way out of retirement.
He said he was going to retire before the Spence fight too. He said he was thinking about it. So they fought the same Sean Porter.
No, they
How
didn't.
I don't understand.
They did.
So how is the
No,
so
they
the Kell
did
Brook
not.
so Kell Brook broke Sean Porter permanently, and the one that fought Spence versus Bud, that was the exact same Sean Porter.
What are you talking about?
Because you're
Who
saying
said
that
that?
they fought. You just said that. You said that Kell Brook fought the absolute best version, and the one that EJ and Crawford both got are the same exact person, even though they were slightly worse from the Kell Brook beating. The Kell Brook beating is really what did it.
I didn't say
No, he fought Keith. He
deteriorated.
fought.
I didn't say
Well,
Kell
we're
Brook
in this
ducked
fucking
Earl
Kell Brook
Spence.
fight.
Kell Brook was ducking Earl Spence as well. Eddie Hearn told him to move up and fight Gluckin.
No, how was
Then no-
ducking, bro? He ended up fighting him, and he gave him a good ass
Yeah.
fight.
Eddie Hearn
I
told
would-
him to
I
move
would
up
have to
to
agree. I
154
would have to agree.
instead of
I
fighting
would
Earl
have to
Spence.
agree. Yeah, I would have to agree to that.
Like only Eddie Hearn told nobody wanted him to go up and fight Bone Bluffkin for what?
Well, you gotta remember, Billy Joe Saunders. Chris Eubanks was supposed to fight him, and they had the fight they scheduled.
I
And
know,
Eubanks pulled out of the fight, so he's
But
like, "Hey, Kell Brook, want to go make some quick money?"
but yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. You making quick money, but at what cost? You ruin. Like that don't make no sense to me. That pisses me off because it's just like people will say that about Earl, but didn't nobody tell Kell Brook to go up and fight Bluffkin for Bone Bluffkin for some quick money?
Bigger payday.
It's not Earl's fault that he didn't.
No, it's not. I don't blame Earl's resume on Earl and shit like that. It's not his fault he didn't get them dudes the times he wanted him. I believe he wanted Kell Brook before he fought GGG. I believe he would have fought an undefeated Sean Porter. I believe he would have fought an undefeated Keith Thurman.
He would have. He had the whole division chip. He was on that. He was on that knockout streak. Them dudes did not want to fight him.
I
They
don't
were
know
ducking
about
it for
that.
years.
My thing, I'm gonna stick to it because this is what y'all say. If Terrence Crawford didn't duck Earl Spence, if Earl Spence is not ducking Terrence Crawford, then Keith Thurman didn't duck Earl Spence.
Who did Keith Thurman fight instead of? He fought Pacquiao, right?
Nah, he fought Danny Garcia.
Yeah, he fought Danny Garcia. They went on a 2-year layoff because
Did
of
Danny
that injury, and
Garcia?
he came back.
Did Danny Garcia have a strap at that time?
Yeah, he did. He had the WBC champion, bro.
Danny Garcia had the strap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Danny Garcia beat Robert Guerrero for the vacant, and then he fought.
Old ass
No,
Robert
he
Guerrero.
fought.
Let's get that.
Yeah, all that. Then he defended against Vargas. Then he fought what's his name? Keith Thurman to unify. Apparently, Keith Thurman was eventually trying to fight Mayweather before he retired.
He was.
Yeah, that would have been a good ass fight. That prime Keith.
You know, we would get his ass smoked.
You think so?
Yeah, we got smoked badly.
What? Keith Thurman?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that fight would have been. I don't think it would have been competitive.
You have a
But-
question. How come when Mayweather was
That Floyd
around,
Mayweather, Floyd
he
Mayweather
didn't
smokes
fight Kell
all these
Brook or-
motherfuckers, bro.
Yo,
Yeah.
what y'all think about Conor Ben and Virgil Ortiz ducking Avanesian?
That's just funny as fuck.
Bro, I
That
heard
is.
that it was, bro. I've heard.
Hey,
Bro, I heard-
did y'all see this tweet talking about this dude still hasn't posted no source, but he's talking about
Yo,
she's talking about Boots' manager is saying that they're trying to wait Crawford out or something like that, but he ain't
Yeah.
posted no source yet.
Yeah, especially when Boots is literally on multiple interviews saying, "I will happily fight Spencer Crawford at any point."
And he said he'll fight Virgil. He's been saying that he'll fight Virgil.
He said he already sent Virgil an offer, and that Virgil's team said they need 3 or 4 years to get their to get their asses whooped.
It's only gonna get worse for him then, because Boost is just gonna have more experience in there with stiffer competition.
Yeah, and it's gonna be harder for Virgil to recover. Like this is another situation where you could talk about Virgil's competition, but the truth of the matter is it's not gonna fucking help. It's not gonna help. I mean,
To be honest,
again,
I don't put neither one of their competitions above the other. They both been fighting the same level.
okay, well that's a fair assessment, but this is where but people
But a lot of people will say that
Virgil's fought the better
Virgil
competition when again
competition.
his best win is
Based on
only
what?
his
It's really the same thing.
His best win
is the same as fucking Lipinets.
His best win is only known for losing to Crawford. Like this is what gets me so mad about the resume shit. When you're only known for losing to
No, that's not his
motherfucker.
best win, bro. He beat a champion in Hooker, and then so did Ennis. He beat Lipinets. So I think it's still the
which
same.
champion? Oh, you mean the former champions at 140? Those?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. They both beat a former world champion, so I guess they're both.
But it's just
even
people are
better.
putting Virgil above Boots because of the resume, when the resumes, like I said, are the same.
It's because they
I
don't
hate
want
when
them to fight.
see, one thing I hate when fans suck a fucking fighter's dick. But like this motherfucker has not really done shit yet. What the fuck do you mean he has a better? These dudes have the same type of resume. Neither is above the other.
Yeah, I agree.
They just need to
I don't
fight.
think
No,
I
they need to
don't.
fight.
That's
And
why I
Boots
want
is
them to
gonna
fight
win,
each
But
other.
Virgil,
Get in
bro,
there
but
with
Virgil
them.
gets better on his defense. I'm telling you.
It's not gonna help.
He's not gonna get better on his defense. I'm
No,
telling you.
he can be super defensively responsible. It's not gonna help.
Like I said, no, they probably, bro. They should wait to make this a good, like, big fight later. I think it's too early for them to fight. They should like wait.
Yeah, of course, because you don't want Virgil to be fucking damaged permanently, like
Bro,
a
who
bunch
said
of other
that? Bro,
people.
how come you guys weren't asking for Tank and Haney right away? Like with like.
I was asking for Tank and Haney right away.
No, nobody
I'm
was
still asking for Tank and Haney.
I'm literally still
Now
asking
would-
for that
now-
fight.
Now would be a good fight. Now would be a good fight because
Frank Martin. I want Venezuela to fight Frank Martin.
Yeah,
now.
no, exactly. I still want, I've been asking for that fight, but Ellerby is the one getting in the way, fucking that bullshit up. But yeah, no, ain't nobody gets that fight.
The hash sling and slash shit. I'm so sick of that motherfucker, man.
yo, I heard that Ryo might fight Chris Colbert though. I heard Ryo might try to fight Chris Colbert at 130 because he originally is a 130.
That's a good fight.
Yeah, I think that would be a good ass fight, bro. That's gonna be it. Bro, he's originally at 130, bro. If he fights Chris Colbert, he's gonna go to 130. Bro. It's not gonna be at lightweight. Bro, he said it like he's gonna go to 130 and fight Chris Colbert if he fights, bro. That is true though, because like I said, I've never seen Golden Boys since they left Showtime go to like fight on Showtime or any PVC platform. So
Because Al Heyman got Oscar De La Hoya tried to sue Al Heyman.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hey, yo, I saw that somebody said the Munguia fight won't happen. It's not because it's just because like I said, the networking. Unless Adames leaves, PVC and goes to his own, they'll make it. But
Nah, man, that's not why. Because they say the same thing about Lomachenko when Lomachenko had no problem going to the zone for fucking Campbell.
yeah,
Like,
but here's the thing though. They'll do like ESPN like depends on like you said which fighters. They'll go and do business with like Matchroom and maybe Golden Boy, but I've never seen like it's rare that you'll see a Golden Boy or Matchroom do business with PVC.
And they see
That's
one of
because
those
people
reasons
don't like doing business with people.
Oh yeah, it's clearly PBC's fault. PBC is the most evil business organization on the planet, even
when
though
Bob
a lot of the
Heyman
scandals come
and Bob Arum and Oscar De La Hoya tried to sue Al Heyman. So
Man, who do you think got the best stable though, bro? I'm gonna keep it like Midwest. Midwest thinks PVC has the weakest stable.
I
Midwest
know-
hates PBC.
I know he thinks
Midwest
that.
hates PBC.
I
He's
do.
admitted it
I don't deny
multiple
that.
times.
I
I'm
don't
glad you
deny
don't
that.
bro, a
deny
lot of
that,
people-
Midwest.
bro, a
I
lot of
hate Top
people-
Rank, but Top Rank has some great fighters in their
I don't.
No, but the
I
reason
don't
why a lot of
hate.
people
I don't hate any promotional. I don't hate any promotional body. It's the people that run them. But it doesn't make any sense. Midwest, can you elaborate on why you despise the PBC as an organization?
Well,
we guess what?
they always find a way to
Some of
fuck
them, not
up
all
the
of
fights that I want to see.
Right. So have they ordered
Every
any
fight I wanna
franchise
see.
championships?
No,
No.
no.
'Cause,
But
you know,
I'm be honest with you. A franchise championship never fucked up any fight I want to see.
Oh, really? So you must have not wanted to see some solid fights. So Canelo v. Charlo, Kambosos v. Tiafimo, Kambosos v. Haney v. Lomachenko. Those are fights you haven't been interested in remotely.
No, he wanted to see Canelo versus Plant, and we got that. He wanted to see Beterbiev versus Brown, and we got
So
that.
so no, I'm talking to Midwest. So Midwest, you didn't want to see Haney versus Lomachenko, Haney versus Tiafimo, Charlo versus Canelo at 160. None of those fights interested you at all.
If we being honest, I would was cool with Haney versus Lomachenko, but I didn't want it over Haney versus Tio.
Haney versus that's I
What you
understand
say?
that.
Yeah, I didn't want it more than I wanted Haney versus Tio.
Well, the franchise championship prevented that one as well. So
Yeah, but it wasn't what I was dying for. Like it was never a fight like this. I wanted to see Charlo versus Hurd. I do not know why they didn't make that fucking fight. Like what took y'all
Yep.
so long to make that fight, bro? That fight was gonna be so fucking good for the middleweight division.
didn't Hurd lose the belts?
Yeah, but they didn't have to have that fight, man. They could have just went straight into that unification. That was gonna be a great fucking fight, and we missed out on that. And Hurd turned to
Lara
shit
versus
after that.
Charlo at 154.
I never want to see that. To be honest with you,
Good.
when I say I don't like Cubans, I really don't like Cubans, bro. There's not a Lara fight out there. I want it. And like, I'm telling you, I stick to my guns, man. I don't like seeing them Cuban dudes fight.
I gotta shut it down. I'm gonna go to bed. Y'all have a good one.
All right, man.
Peace.
Thanks for having me on. Art.
Yep.
No, they,
Same here.
bro. Yo, they got talent, bro.
You finna
Like,
shut it down,
they don't-
Art?
Yeah, I gotta put it down as well.
Damn.
All right, man. Peace, Art. Appreciate you for having me on. Peace, Crod. Peace, Polo. Peace, Midwest.
All right.
All right,
Always a
Todd,
pleasure
man, be
talking to
safe.
you guys. All right, family.
I feel like it's a fight coming up. That's a
Yo.
fight the first week of January.
Midwest.
Yo, yeah, they did a fight the first week of January or some shit.
Yeah, it was Charles Martin versus Ortiz. Oh,
Okay, that's
Midwest,
what
you
it
hear
is.
me?
Yeah, I get you.
Yo, what it is with Cubans, bro, is they got good boxers because they just can't sell for shit or put asses on seats, bro. That's just what it is, bro. They, like, be honest, bro, like, they just don't sell.
Yeah, for real. To be honest,
And, like, I noticed,
um,
bro, talking to Cubans, bro, they don't really support boxing like how Mexicans do, how Puerto Ricans do, how Filipinos are. Like,
nah,
they,
they
like,
don't. It's not a
don't-
huge
they don't
fan
give a
base
fuck.
for that.
I don't know
We ain't got
why,
a
bro.
huge fan base. Hey, Crod, you still here?
Yeah. Let's keep chopping
Yeah.
it up for a little bit, bro. But yeah,
I got
they're
it.
not really fans of boxing.
Shit, y'all can keep on cooking up. Shit, fuck
Yeah.
it. Y'all go ahead.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
right.
good looking.
Yeah,
Let's cook up.
yeah, but I don't know. I feel like boxing nowadays is starting to get away from that pure boxer style. Like, I feel like Floyd Mayweather was the last time you would see fans really dying to see a pure boxer in a major fight. After that, Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao, you've never really seen a pure boxer be discussed in huge fights from fans and shit like that.
Yep. Damn, but you straight up said I was like, shit. You must not be a fan of Rigo either, huh? His boring ass.
I've never really been a fan of him. And to be honest, I don't think nobody has ever really been a fan of him. I remember when he beat Donaire. Like, that was
a
good as
victory.
hell. Yeah, that was a good victory. I remember watching that. It was a good one. And he had one fight after that on HBO. And after that fight, it was so...
in Japan.
Yeah, that fight was so boring. I remember HBO told Bob Arum, we don't want that
don't put
motherfucker
this
on our network.
Yeah,
Yeah, get that motherfucker off our network. So Bob Arum had no choice but to cut him. He's like, I can't even get you no fights, man. Go ahead.
Bro, I can't believe
Get that Leo
I
Santa
can't
Cruz
believe
fight.
people. I can't believe people thought Rigo beat that one Filipino dude, bro. Like, come on now. People, like, I think Gartman had Rigo up
Against who?
against Casemiro.
Bro, you know, to be honest, I saw that fight.
Bro,
and I
there were
wanted
some
both of
rounds
them to
where,
lose. I'm like, man, they
No.
should just strip these motherfuckers and neither one of them get the win. That shit was so boring.
bro, he was literally chasing him down. There were some rounds where Rigo wasn't throwing nothing, bro. Did you see that? Like, in some of the rounds, he legit was just running.
Yeah, I think he like 40 something, man. He like 40 something, bro. If you can't fucking chase down a 40-year-old, bro, just stop boxing.
I think that's the only guy in that division that the Russell brother that's at 118 that can beat, but he'll lose to a No Way and Nate Tillernero, but he'll beat Casemiro though. Like one of the Gary Russell brother that's at 118.
I think it's like 4 of them in boxing, right?
No, it's one at 118, one at 140, and Gary Russell. But the one at 118 is the least talented one that I see, and a lot of people say. But I think he could beat Casemiro. He can pick up that title. But against a No Way and Benito Del Nero, damn, that's gonna be a challenge.
Yeah, I think he could beat them. Oh, the Nets. Oh, they're motherfucking drunk from the fountain of youth.
Watch his last fight against Santiago, bro, and they'll tell you like